And hello. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. Welcome, everybody. We are here with our lovely crew from the Isles. Everybody, look at your camera, wave, and say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello. Excited to get into tonight. We have the full crew here, so welcome back, Drew. Before we get into tonight's, there's some couple of announcements up front. First and foremost, Shadows of the North Shore, our Candela Obscura homebrew game, is currently looking for players. That will be on Thursday nights and or Sunday. We're actually working that out right now. But for those who are possibly interested, first off, I'll do the quick spiel on this. Candela Obscura is a cosmic horror game designed by the people over at Critical Role and Darrington Press. They are it's designed to be a very high RP, low rules system, based to kind of like keep you on edge with an extremely easy dice system. We have our own sort of version of it, which is taking the same concept of pretty much everything except for the background, as we are putting ours into a more real life location in the North Shore of Massachusetts in the year 1901. So one of the reasons why I bring that up is because next month we're actually doing a couple of one-shots based in that location. So if you are interested in checking that out and going like, hey, I don't know if this is for me or whatever, play a one-shot. So next month it'll be, I believe, the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd. So those are all Saturdays. Please take a look. If you are unfamiliar with Candela Obscura at all, we had our playtest back in September that you can kind of take a look at on YouTube. It's under the playlist for Shadows of the North Shore. And that's on It's a Long Story TTRPG, which might be where you're watching it now. Who knows? But yeah, I'm really excited to be able to kind of get some one shots, hopefully be able to kind of stir that pot and get that sort of that ball rolling. So for those who are interested in following those links, you can do so if you're watching on YouTube on the video description below. Also, it's in the private chat that I'm putting on for Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Also talking about those one shots, this for the rest of February and most of March. I think we're taking a little bit of a break at the very end of March. We have one shots every Saturday and Sunday. One of them being the Candela Obscura one shot, which I believe is The Haunting of Lovis Cave, which is a really fun little one that I have set up. But yeah, other ones that we have that'll be included, we'll have the Silver Brine that we are running, which is a kind of like a pirate themed one shot. As well as I believe we're doing a couple more of the Where's My Darling Piddle, which is a fun one shot, especially for if you're a beginner, if you've never played D&D before. That's a great place to start. Very simple, very fun. Yeah, Drew's played in it. It's great. So please check that out. I'm putting the link in the live chat now. If this is your first time here, welcome. We are a D&D live play that we stream every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday with 4 separate campaigns, living, existing, breathing, hopefully not dying, in the same homebrew world of Imea at the same time. So it's a really kind of fun sort of space where we have sometimes we have guest stars from other campaigns that happen to come in because they're in the area. Things that these players might do in this campaign could affect other campaigns. So yeah, we hope you have fun. If you are liking what you're watching and hearing, please feel free to subscribe or follow and do all of that stuff, which actually helps us out a ton of being able to get the ball kind of further rolling into getting more people into it, which will probably allow us to be able to do things like free one shots and things like that every once in a while. So also you can check out our social media stuff. So I'm posting our little link tree here in the live chat as well. We have an Instagram and a TikTok. You can see some behind the scenes stuff, some like content creation stuff, which I'm currently trying to work very hard on being able to kind of provide more of that for people. So please check that out if you are interested in seeing how what's the phrase? How the
Yeah, something gets made.
Meat is made. How the bread is made.
It's not the meat.
Not meat.
It's definitely not the meat. The
Hot
meat
dogs.
is made biologically.
Hot dog?
I have
I
by
don't wanna
how
know
the hot dog
is made. That's no way.
If you don't want to know how the hot dog's made, check out the Instagram of it's a long story _TTRPG. Awesome. All right. How was that for Ninja Gang? Was that good? Did we do good?
Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Did good. One try too. I'm really happy with that.
First try. Try. Cool. Before we jump into tonight, we need to Sarah, can you hear us okay? Oh, she just had to jump off. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I will try my best to do the recap for you guys while we're waiting for Sarah to kind of come back in. So where we left off with the crew of, can I say it? Has it been said in game yet? The name?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
Do you want me to wait to say it? It's up to you guys.
No, I can't wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
The
Man, I'm
crew for the crew of the Reckless, we have arrived in Sway, the one of the cities on the island of Chasavi, a place that is teeming with characters that are both old and new to the D&D verse, adding some interesting sort of looking races here and there. As you guys are stepping off the Reckless into the city, you joined with Clem for a little bit, and then went from Clem into Carvis, the Bellmaker's estate. Where we left off last week was Carvis the Bellmaker gave you guys some free shit, which is pretty cool. Also, we're able to take a look at the Solaris Lunaris, as named by Carvis, which is some sort of device. Not really sure exactly what it does, but is something that is most likely connected to the towers, the kind of ruined, crumbling towers that seem to be positioned in a specific space on two spots of this island, two spots of Faran, and the other islands as well. So some interesting sort of beginning of lore there. The concept of collecting these figures before others could get their hands on them is probably going to be the one of the many tasks for the Reckless, to be able to stop Yan Memori as well as the Merlin Loke, and who knows who else. As you guys exit Carvis's estate, as you leave the Bellmaker, in the space to be able to kind of allow him to create a bell specifically designed for your ship. He said, give me 24 hours. In the meantime, you guys went and met back up with Sylvia, the Sylph, as well as met Yucca, the Yucca tree, Yucca treant, I should say, and went on to find the cartographer, which well, actually, I want to say the cartographer, the owner of Dan. Do you ever what the name of the cartography place is?
I believe her establishment was the Booty Bay Cartography LLC, if I recall.
That's right. The LLC, that's right. The Booty Bay Cartography. Clearly not a fan of the title herself when you guys came in. Nala greeted you all, and there was some heat, dare I say, going back and forth. I don't know, my camera's blurry all of a sudden. Some heat going back and forth between specifically Nala and Carr, but also with Kaelinor, as Kaelinor is being presumed by seemingly everyone in Sway as being the arbiter of destruction and most likely a spy for the Merlin Loke. During the interaction, Carr went back in and had some choice words with Nala, arriving at the conclusion that Nala will most likely be helping you guys out in the near future. We left our party as you guys were traveling to the Rook and Crown, the local tavern, to get drink and rest for the night. Anything I missed, gang? Cool.
It's sausage. Sausage is the thing.
Sausage.
How the
How the sausage gets
How the
made.
sausage
Hot dog was
is made.
close.
Oh,
Hot dog
man.
was close.
And meat. Yeah, sausages are that much
Hot dog
better.
is close enough that
Weenie.
sausage is just
Well, unfortunately, the phrase is usually like learning about the kind of grossness of how, like, or like the nitty gritty,
Right.
like the things you don't really want to
That's
learn
true.
about. Yeah.
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 Learning how the butcher's mouth is made. Okay.
Culinary's
All right,
out of the way.
Culinary's out of the way. Let's get into it. Sarah, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, sorry about that. I think
No
I got
worries. No worries.
I will
no
do the
worries.
recap next week.
No biggie. No worries at all. Cool. So as you guys all collected items, before we can kind of start in here, I just want to say, Drew, you weren't here, so Zed did not get a magic item. Cool?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Please roll me a D10.
Cool. He's like, I guess so. All right.
Signs out forever.
Dang, dude. That person, like the one person
Zed
who's
has left the
watching
party.
and then like heard that and immediately was like, okay, click. Sorry.
Why?
Why? I have the curse. I've got the cheese touch. I get a 1.
A 1? Okay, cool. I might have to have you roll again.
It's not like better and worse as far as I know. You know, it's just random.
Whatever you see, yeah.
Actually, I don't think I do. Because I think I can move this around here.
Reroll.
I'm going to ask you this. Do you want a magic item or a magic weapon?
Ooh.
Now, you just recently got a magic weapon. So this is a hard choice.
Yeah. The only other is, would the magic item be a one-time use, or is it?
You have
I
no
can't-
idea. No, I'll tell you. No.
But none of the other ones were. At least he kind of know that. Yeah.
Yeah, you would
Okay.
know that. If
You
you
know
were
what?
here, I'm just kidding.
If you had watched,
I do
You'd
have.
watch.
I do have the beastly weapon. I'm gonna go for the item.
You got it. Okay, cool. Then roll me that D10 again, please.
All right. Oh, spicy. I got a 9.
9. Okay. Sweet.
Hmm.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, what a crazy item for you to get.
That terrifies me in all of the ways.
Okay, cool. So this would have been happening. We're kind of rewinding for a second, but I will just say, taking the RP aside, essentially you see Carvis as you pick up a what is essentially like a fire bellows, if you guys know what that is, like the kind of thing that you kind of push and air comes out. I imagine he kind of like grabs it immediately from your hands, and goes, whoa, don't want you to mess with that. Excuse me. And this is known as, so if you can just put this down in your character sheet, or you can actually just message this to me now if you want. Message Bellows of Blasting.
All right.
and that's not a weapon.
I mean, it was in the magic items section.
Can't wait to find out what that does.
Anything of blasting is yeah, that's promising. I'm trying to imagine why Carvis, having met Zed,
Right.
would give him that item.
You know what?
You're going to the Merlin Look, right? Here, take this.
I will say, well, actually, that's why. You're going to the
Yeah.
middle.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right, gang. Let's get into this. Let's start the dang show. Awesome. So we can backtrack where we need to, but I am going to kind of start the scene where we would start our RP into the Tavern of the Rook and Crown. So while I'm kind of getting that set up, is there anything that you guys would make sure that you do in your travels from the Rook and Crown, from the Booty Bay cartography into the Rook and Crown?
I had like one thing, and we don't have to like role play it at all. Just like on the way,
Yeah,
could
go for it.
Ogra just, if she sees anything that looks like a potion shop, she would like to get like 2, maybe 3 healing potions.
How much money does Ogre have?
She has not that much. The equivalent with everything put together 4 gold.
Yeah, a standard healing potion is about 50 gold. So there is a moment where we see Ogra. I think there's just like a moment as you guys are walking along the beach, and it's darkening out. Yeah, it's dark out, and you see Ogra go into a tent, and then 5 seconds later walk right back out, with just a big like nope.
So this is what being poor feels like.
Right. This is Yoon's opportunity.
I don't like it.
So here's the other part of capitalism. So
I have 4,000 gold, by the way, guys.
yeah.
And then she just wants to get waterproof paint.
Okay. Waterproof paint. Okay.
I like it.
Um.
What color?
Let's.
It's gonna be a tough choice.
Yeah. I'm.
Ogre's got something in mind.
Is there a specific color you're looking for?
Probably like bright neon green. No, not neon
Cool.
green.
Well, think about it. We'll say that we'll handle that
Yeah.
the next day in the morning. I will say it's going to be probably closer to like 5 gold, because that is a tricky item to have. Not as tricky as a healing potion, honestly, but
Can she throw in a small knife to add the extra?
Nah, I'll give you
We got knives.
whatever gold is left. If it's 1 gold, that Yoon gives it to you.
we'll play it to the scene.
Well,
We'll
yeah,
see when
yeah,
it comes
right.
up.
I think we are.
Thing. Ogra has no money after this.
Well, we're gonna
Hold on,
go.
that didn't happen. Wait. That didn't happen yet. Just saying that's what we need to make sure we have prepared on that side. Cool. Why is my tavern not going? It says it's going. Oh, a second
The only
gang.
thing
Oh,
Carl
it's the
wants to
same
do
thing.
is make sure he's not burning. Other than that,
Yeah, I think, like the talk of that, I think there's like, we'll say for like simplicity's sake, if you guys wanted to kind of like role play from that moment there, we could, but we'll say like in the time spent walking to the Rook and Crown, people notice this like burnt kind of mark that is like left a hole in the back of whatever you're wearing, Car.
like a basic, like a shawl cover type thing. That my wings
Yeah,
come up
yeah,
out
there's
of.
a big old burn hole, and you can see like as Car was walking out, there's like it's still like kind of smoking a little bit.
Yeah, as long as I'm not on fire, I'm okay.
I think you see Carter come out. We also kind of go in and kind of see that and try to downplay it and be like, pat him on the back and trying to put it out a little bit too and be like,
Incredible.
"We good? You good?"
I'm fine.
Oh, all right.
She's very volatile.
Incredible.
So it seems. Was it worth it? Getting hit by whatever that was.
Everything's worth it. You always learn something. Hopefully she has
Everything is
too.
worth-
I like that.
Who am I looking for, gang?
Oh, pretzels and beer. That's what I want. I kind of zoned out after I got this bellow thing. What did I
That's
You
what you've been
tried it out?
thinking about for the last half a day?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
pretzels
could
and beer
really
sounds pretty
use
good.
pretzel and beer.
Yeah.
Oh. You think they're gonna have pretzels there?
No, but I hope they do.
Car, why are you
you-
smoking?
You haven't tried
you-
it out yet.
Yuka's does have pretzels. Yuka's was a bakery as well. So we'll say you got the pretzel and you're just waiting to get beer.
Okay.
Right. Can't have it without the beer. Yeah.
Can't
a
have
couple
it without the
bites was
beer.
really dry, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, that extra, the coarse salt on it.
Yes. Where'd the other ones go? Oh my gosh. 1 second, gang. Sorry. Oh, okay. There we go.
Pretzels and beer.
Okay, cool. So as you guys walk into the Rook and Crown, first off, the Rook and Crown from the outside looks pretty typical. You see like kind of a longer sort of actually, I'll say not very typical for my head, I guess. I don't know. You see what looks to be what almost looks like a Viking longboat flipped over, and there hasn't been a second floor that has been built out of the bottom of that. But you see a little sign of a small little kind of castle chess piece waving in the breeze as you guys walk in. As you walk in, you see there are multiple folks here of different shapes and sizes, all kind of sitting around getting beer. You see at the counter at the bar is a rather tall looking tabaxi figure. You can see he has that I think tabby cat kind of look, if I remember right. Is wearing kind of a rather heavier sort of leather armor, has a kind of belt across. Sees you all and kind of waves you forward when you come in. As you come forward, Zed, you take one step and Sylvia kind of puts a hand on you and goes, "Hey, Zed."
Yeah. Beer.
Right. Yep. Okay. I need you to look at me for a second, because all you've
okay.
been looking at the furnace bellow in your hand, and behave yourself. Okay. Please. All right.
Beers and pretzel.
Okay. All right. It lets you go as you walk up to this figure.
Oh yeah. Power walking up to that bar.
Cool. Yeah, you just push through everybody else. You're the first one up there. Yep. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Rook and Crown. You look like I have not seen you before.
Yes. Yes. I need a beer for this pretzel. Thank you for my service.
You okay? You got the pretzel first.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like that. Awesome.
Yes,
my
I
name's.
need your finest sour beer, or spicy beer, whichever you got.
We have ale.
That'll work too.
Okay. Great. Cool. I'm Rook. He puts out a paw.
All right. I'm gonna shake.
You got it. You shake his hand. You take 1 point of piercing damage as his claws are out. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. My bad. So you know what? I'm so sorry for that. A beer on the house. Apologize. And you see him pour out a beer. He pours out a beer. Sorry. He pours
on the house, literally on the house.
just on that. He pulls out his own D&D set of a campaign thing and just pours it on top of the house. All right.
You know
Enough
what?
of that.
I float it back up into the glass. Using my,
Incredible. Incredible. That definitely doesn't happen. He's going to. For those who, if you've never watched this before, we say this a lot. That definitely didn't happen. Yeah, pours you a beer and just kind of pushes off and goes, "Sorry, friend. No hard feelings. Feel free to grab a seat or whatever. Is this? These are your friends. Okay. Hi.
Hey, them over there. Hey. And then
Welcome.
I'm just gonna be in pure sweet ecstasy, eating this pretzel and drinking this beer.
Just.
Oh, I'm
Are you
gonna
just
be in the
standing up?
corner. I'm gonna look like what is it from Lord of the Rings? What's his
Gollum.
name? Gollum, just in the corner with a pretzel and beer.
You see You
God, it's gone feral.
You're-
What has
you're in-
happened?
you're in the corner. You're in the corner, and there is this axolotl figure that you had seen earlier that is like closest to you. That is like just and just gets up and moves to another table as you were just like kind of hunched over in a corner.
Just like smile at him with some salt stuck to my face.
You got it.
Car.
Does anybody? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'll say Car's still coming in. Like he's still like 20, 30 feet behind them, so he comes in afterwards.
Okay,
And we'll take a seat near them, but not with them.
you got it. Cool. Awesome. So as you guys approach, we'll say, so Zed got a free beer because of the interaction. But as you, if you guys are coming to grab a beer, he'll say, first time customers is just a copper. But refills, that's where I get you. And we're introduce himself as Rook. If you guys want to ask him any questions or interact with them, this is the time you can do that, or you guys can just find a table and just go ahead and sit down. Or roll a perception check or do whatever you want. Or sit in the corner and eat a pretzel and a beer.
Who's walking me? So after Zed, who is anybody volunteers? I mean, I'll go up and let's go for it. You
Just go.
That's what I say.
What do you all want? Anything? Ale?
We will.
I'm good.
I don't think anyone will ever enjoy. I'll certainly never enjoy anything as much as you're enjoying that pretzel and ale right now. It's just
It's true.
say what you will about
So
Zed, but
What else
dunking
do you
it.
have for? What else? Nice to meet you, Rook. By the way, what else do you have for
Hi.
food? What's the kitchen working on this evening?
Well, we have some wine that we have imported from Ferran. Where in Ferran? I'm not allowed to say, but and we have ale, we have wine, we have water.
Do you have any
At
food?
the comment of water from my table, I just nodded him and
Right over
raised
there?
my hand.
Water. Yeah, you got it.
And I
Absolutely.
imagine that based on how birds drink, they don't bring me a glass, but they bring me a bowl.
Yeah.
Giant.
Okay,
Because
I love it.
Just a little.
Like
Yeah,
I
I
have
love
to
it.
dip in and throw it back.
Yep.
So
Am I
I'm gonna
able
roll
to-
an intelligence check on Rook because he's not the brightest. He does give you a beer stein with water in it.
okay, I do my best.
Yeah, I mean, do you like if you correct him, he'd be like, "Oh, sorry," and but he doesn't seem to understand.
Well, so like I'll take it and kind of like put my beak in, like
Oh,
it's not really
that's
working,
right.
and-
That's right. I'm sorry. One of these days, I'm gonna remember. Apologies. Here, let me take that.
Oh, Brooke, do you
Alright,
have
what-
do you have a bowl?
Yeah, I have a bowl.
Watch this. You ready? You ready? And then
Okay.
pops water out of nowhere, straight into the bowl.
Where is the water? Okay, Drew, you need to tell me where the water's coming
Oh,
from.
because of the class you had me go down, was it Mariner? I can create water out of nothing. From what it said.
Is
like,
that
I
from
pulled it
create or destroy water?
out. Yeah, I
That
can
a
create
spell?
it out of
Cool.
nothing, and it doesn't cost a spell slot.
All I can think of is you like doing this and salty water comes out of your hand.
yeah, like ocean water. Yeah,
Jeez. Okay. How much water do you make?
It's still like the 10-gallon like limit.
Oh my
It's
God.
not like
Do you make Drew? Do you make 10 gallons of water?
No, I probably, if he's holding like a cereal bowl, I probably overflowed a little bit.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
It's a little wild one. Sorry.
Okay. That's a
It's
good
wild.
trick. Maybe next time just make sure I didn't pour the water in already. But that's cool. Thank you.
Just a towel, wipe it down, keep it clean.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah. I got it.
Works-
Zed,
works with
Zed,
mop
is it?
buckets, too. Hey,
You're good. Hey, buddy. Hey, enjoy the corner, or you can grab a table. Either
Oh,
one.
God, this pretzel. Ugh. And this beer. Amazing.
Looks back at the rest of you. Okay.
I just
Next.
put the water and just sit
Yeah.
by myself.
you
Yeah.
just go further.
and we were
away.
on a ship
Yeah.
with him.
You were on a ship with him. Cool.
He's the captain. I'll have a bottle of that wine. I think a whole. I think I need a. I'll have a bottle.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd
make,
say
let's
so.
make it 2 bottles. Let's do that. I can
Okay,
cook some
yeah.
wine, please. Thank you.
2 bottles.
And whatever
yeah.
the kitchen is cooking, I would like something to eat, please. I'm hungry.
So,
Yes.
so Barb is actually out. I'm so sorry. We don't have food tonight. She is. She's.
Is she
She's
okay?
got the. She's okay. She's got the flu or something. But we could probably just have like a runner grab something from Yuka's, unless they're closing up shop. I don't know.
You
Or
know,
do you have anything to cook? I could cook.
You want to
things.
cook?
Sure. Pretty hungry. Cook. Does anybody else want to cook?
I was gonna offer.
Riaris, roll me a perception check with advantage from Yoon, who's also like, I can help.
Is that perception or
Yeah.
That'll
Or sorry,
be-
persuasion. I apologize.
Oh, okay, persuasion. That'll be less good. That'll be 12.
12? Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
I can test that. Okay. All right. This die, whenever I contest it, it always goes lower, no matter what the number is. Okay. Because, yeah, okay. Have you... There's like a whole kitchen back there. So you know how to do that. Actually, if you want to do me a favor, so you're not the only people that were asking for food tonight. So if I could give you like a couple orders, I'll let you guys drink for free.
After what we've eaten on the ship, I'm happy to eat anything here, and cooking it ourselves, make sure it's something we like.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, cooking yourself, go for it. Have at it. I'm just asking if you want to handle a couple other meals. If you do me a big
let's
help, and Barb.
let's do it.
Great.
It sounds fun.
Awesome. Okay, great. Yeah, cool. Hey guys, the kitchen is back open. And you see, let me roll something here. On an 8 for a D8, you see 8 people all of a sudden just kind of come up to the bar and start to crowd along with you guys. Because
There was
Okay,
totally
yeah,
not
yeah.
8 people here before. Just where these people come from? Like, how from the tables?
yeah. You see like other people that are just like coming in for meals and whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. Okay, right. Yeah. Let them get them into the kitchen.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
That's Zed in the corner. Okay, all right. Hey, Zed, was it?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, please don't start chants in my tavern. Just
Oh.
at least with anything involved what's happening right now. Cool. Yeah, I'll get those meals. We'll just write them down in a second. It might be a little bit. Okay, so everybody just... Okay, yep. Okay, great. Thank you, sir. Yeah, okay, great. And starts taking orders. As you guys go to the back. As Yoon and Riaris go to the back.
Yeah, Riaris will definitely now be looking for Yoon to take the lead because this has gotten out of control as far as he is concerned. So he is hoping Yoon is a cook.
Oh, I
Not saying anything. I'm probably just looking at you to take initiative.
I've seen a lot of people cook. We usually had
Yeah,
people
you
cook
have.
for us. But
Didn't
how hard can it be?
I've cooked over a campfire. That's about my greatest experience. So,
I've read books on it.
yeah, we're good.
To be 100% sure, Riaris, I am looking at your sheet. You don't have like proficiency in this,
Oh, no.
right?
No, definitely
Yeah.
not. No.
Incredible. Incredible. I love it. And
Same.
Yoon, you've seen a cook before. So
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah. People
Yeah,
have
yes,
people have
this
cooked for
guy-
me many a time.
How hard could it be?
Tell me how accurate this is, Evan, that Yoon is like spending about a good 10 to 20 minutes looking for like a chef's hat and apron. Because you
I
know
think
that's the look.
No, here's the thing. My warlock ability is one of the invocation is disguise self. I can use it at will. So he just sort of like
Yes.
spins around and has a chef transformation.
Incredible.
Whoa.
I'm also using Unseen Servant and getting Greg out here because
Yes.
I'm going to need a hand.
Incredible. Okay, cool.
My sous chef.
So we'll say that maybe like 5 minutes is you looking around, Riaris going, because are you also looking for like, because Riaris doesn't have chef.
Right, obviously we have to match.
Right.
It's the most important thing.
Incredible. Cool. So while you guys are back there, we'll say we'll allow this to kind of like handle itself throughout the night. We're gonna say that you guys are here cooking for yeah, all right. Unseen Servant, the amount of time it's taking to cook is 1 hour for 8 people, which is daunting and surprising. So that's good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to re-roll that once we find out how well we do, because that makes sense. Let's do that first. Cool. So Riaris, give me a nature check or history, either one, with disadvantage.
So I think after maybe a couple minutes of looking, I would say in my head, if I could before I roll, Talia, do you know how to cook at all? Do you know how to cook?
When I was alive and eating, I was mostly skinning rabbits and putting them over a Spitfire.
Right.
Was rabbits any of the menu options? Do they have rabbits here?
I think they might, but I have not seen any, so I do not know. Did he say the menu? Do I know what's on the menu? I assume.
Not yet.
Okay.
This is like you guys are like
I'm also
collecting
trying to
yourselves
look
in
for
this
food
moment.
and like
Yeah.
what is around here and what is this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. So give me that
Yeah.
nature or history check with disadvantage.
Oh well, it can't be worse. Hard to be worse than that. That's a 2 and a 3 with negative whatever for either of them. So it's
So a dirty one.
It's at nature would be a 3.
Okay,
Total.
a
Nature is
3.
+1.
Cool.
So there we go.
Awesome. 3 is still pretty bad.
Oh, yeah,
As you look at the the storage closet and like the bins and things like that, you notice that most things is consisting of like tropical fruits of various shapes and sizes, and you are not really sure what any of them are, what they taste like, what their consistency is, things like that. With a 3, you grab a what looks to be like a you see a coconut, and I think there's a part of you that's like, I think I kind of get this one. And you take it, and then all of a sudden a furry armadillo kind of unravels itself in your arms, like kind of comes up your head, full on Ratatouille style, grabs your hair and throws you back into the like this sort of like back sort of oven area, before jumping off, hissing in the window and skittering out into the night.
I knew this was
was
going to be fun. I knew this was going to be fun.
So this was just to be able to kind of get your bearings here. So 3.
Totally lost, and that makes sense. Yep.
Incredible. Awesome. So do we want to roll? I don't think you need to get your bearings here. In like the terms of like you are a member of the Isles. You might have seen a kitchen before as like one of those like restaurants that you might have got, like restaurants that you've gone to that where like the kitchen is clearly seen.
Right.
Through.
Yeah.
And that's just enough, I think. But as you were like looking at the menu items, give me a I'm gonna say give me a nature check, I think.
Okay.
Or you can convince me of something else if you think.
No, it depends what we're doing here, but there's a certain part of cooking that might be performance, but I think
100%.
Yeah. So before I do that, though, I am going to cast enhance ability, Fox's Cunning, advantage on intelligence checks, but I'm casting it on Riaris. So just for further, yeah. So all I do is I take out a coin and I just flip it to him and go, here, for luck. And then you have advantage on intelligence checks.
Incredible.
But for me, I will make this nature check.
You got it.
It may have been a waste, but it may not have been. We'll see.
It's fine. That's the whole, I got to do things.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. That'll be a 9. You're doing good.
Cool. Evan, can you tell me what a fail looks like on reading the items that people have listed, including your own party, to eat? And I imagine knowing for sure you don't know how to make half of them.
Yeah, I think he just starts reading it. He's like, this is all boring. Just bring me some ingredients. I'll make some things and we'll bring them out.
Yeah, I'm good with this.
Incredible. Also, it's a good time to be able to kind of get other people involved in here. Ogra, what do you think you're ordering? Like, eventually you get the idea of what ordering food means.
You got me right when I was eating something.
I feel like at this
Perfect.
point, like as we're pulling back to those, you'd hear like pans dropping in the kitchen, and you're just like shit, or something like that. You just hear it back there. So.
Ogre's just nibbling on bar nuts right now.
Rook's looking in the back. Everything okay, guys?
Good.
Everything's
cool.
fine.
I didn't
We're
know
all fine
we
here.
had hats.
How are you?
I'm good. Good. Okay.
You had at least one set. Really, you should have at least 2 to matching. Don't worry about it. We've got
Well,
it.
we only usually have one. Okay.
I will now stop looking for the other one. Good to know. All right.
Ogre, what'd you order?
Ogre would probably ask for a meat dish. Like, like fish or alligator. Really does.
Okay. So you see term meat dish, ? And then alligator, fish. Don't know the third thing she said. That's like literally what's written in the menu thing. And you look at that like, okay, that's easy. So I'm going to say with a 9, you could do at least that.
Okay.
Cool. Car, do you order anything?
Well, actually, he's probably hungry. But he doesn't want to put them out. Yeah, sure. Car will just. Actually, you know what? No, Car's just gonna. He'll
Okay.
drink water tonight.
Do it.
I'm not gonna. Nope.
You see a mark where there's like it just says Ashwing on the menu, and then underneath there's just a dash, and it just like more water is all that's marked on there. And then I think it's crossed out. Like, wait, no, I can handle that. Cool. Kilnor, what do you order?
I think she goes so like she's like, can I just get like a fruit salad? Because she's like, they can't mess that up.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope.
Cool. Fruit salad is just under the bar of like, I think I know how to make that. That's fruit and a salad, right? So I think there's like that, like fruit salad. Okay, fruit salad.
I know those 2 things. Yeah.
Yeah, I know those 2 things exactly. Incredible. Cool. And then Zed, do you order anything knowing now that you could get free food?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. He looks down the list. You guys see tropical coconut blackened slug on a bed of rice pilaf with mixed steamed vegetables.
I knew it. The In-N-Out secret, the secret menu. Here it comes.
There's a side note that says, you should have had me cook. I've been cooking this whole trip.
That's why I decided to cook.
Right, exactly. There's a you see it's the writing has started in Rook's handwriting, and then eventually it just switches to Zed's handwriting. As like eventually he's just like, you write it.
Slide a hand in the book. Just wrote it in real quick when he wasn't
Now
looking.
one more time. What was it?
All right, so it was tropical coconut blackened slug on a bed of rice pilaf with mixed steamed vegetables.
Okay, not crazy, but also like not
They're gonna
crazy
have to
for a
find that
cook to
live
make.
slug.
Yeah, but so the tropical coconut is that?
So
You know
it's
what?
basically
That's what you said.
yeah.
So we're gonna take it from there, allowing your cooks to prepare to figure out what that meant. Amazing. We'll say on top of that, the rest of your orders should be able to kind of like simplify things and moving along. I said 8 people, right? Cool. 1 second.
When you said fruit salad, I bet it's just going to be a thing of lettuce leaves and an apple on top.
Yep, that sounds right to me.
He's
I hope
had
you
food
like
at a
durian.
restaurant. Like he'll know some of the items. It's just how
Right.
to make them is confusing.
I swear, if you guys end up nat 20 for my dish,
Okay, cool. Let me put these down. So these are all going to be separate DCs for the other menu items you guys are going to make.
Beautiful.
This is the most fun I've had involving the kitchen with D&D ever.
also, I think my order might want to bring the ocelot to want to talk to me if he sees blackened slug.
Excuse me, it's an axolotl.
Ocelotl.
How dare you?
I know.
I'm not bringing the NPC to talk to you. Is that what you just asked me to do?
No, the smell of it might.
Oh, because of the slug?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll see that and he'll be like, oh, gentleman of taste.
Yeah, exactly.
What a
Incredible,
distinguished
incredible.
gentleman.
Yes.
I am going to tell you guys straight up, I rolled pretty low for these other orders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great. I think we're gonna make DCs for this. So meat plate, was that what Hogra said?
Yeah.
All right, so it's a DC of 5. Car ordered more water. That's a DC of 1. So if you roll a nat 1,
actually,
something happens.
Can I make a history or can I make some sort of check to figure out what an Aarakocra would want to eat?
Ooh, yeah, I love that. Yeah, give me a history or nature check.
Okay. Yeah. That's a nat 20 for 24.
There's our.
That's what I'm
blew our
using it
nat
on.
20.
That's what I'm using it on.
Car, please tell me what would be the car's favorite food.
Fresh carcasses and decaying meat.
So sushi.
All right.
Fresh carcasses. Oh man.
Fresh carcasses
It's a fine.
or-
It's a fine
I'm
dining
also-
establishment, sir.
and decaying meat.
Yeah.
So it's a fun part of D&D. You rolled in that 20. I still need to know how you
Which is
make
why
whatever
I
you
said
fully
just
succeed.
water, thank you.
we could also say if it makes sense, Yoon just makes what a typical Aarakocra, because you did say Aarakocra.
Right.
That's a good point. Yeah, you wouldn't know what an ashwing eats.
Well, unless I've seen him eat, I suppose, or I might know a little bit about that. So
Right. Yeah, nat 20 is a nat 20. You tell me.
what I'm gonna do, I mean, we have
Probably
raw
have
meat.
eaten in the travel. I probably have eaten. You've seen me eat like the raw fish as it's sitting there.
Right. So what I'm going to do is take some of the raw meat and some of the other ingredients. Some berries, maybe some other meats, and I'm going to shape it like a small animal carcass that is open with the meat sort of spread inside.
Okay.
Wow.
Incredible. I love it.
Oh my god.
What
Everyone
do I
else is
have
getting
in point?
poisoned tonight, but Car, you're gonna eat like a king.
I'm like, can't really do that much with like, here's the raw meat.
All right.
Sorry,
Fresh.
Caitlin.
Right, yeah.
They messed up a fruit
Roll for
salad.
food poisoning.
Coconut. So we know for sure that works. That's gonna that nat 20 is gonna carry over to
Okay.
you making it too.
Right.
Because that's solid.
Nice.
Fresh coconut, blackened slug.
Slug,
Like a
yeah,
sea
slug.
slug?
No, so it's gonna be like just a tropical slug that you see around the forest, like
Gotcha,
coastal
okay.
area.
Cool,
Which
cool,
is
cool.
why Zed knows about it, because he's probably eaten it as a kid.
Cool. Rice pilaf and steamed vegetables.
Yeah, mixed steamed vegetables.
Sweet. All right. Cool. So meat plate is a 5. Fruit salad is a 10. I'm going to say fresh coconut blackened slug on rice pilaf and steamed veggies is a 20.
Fair enough.
For sure. And then, so car is an automatic win. So that's good. Do you guys want to put anything like Yoon and Riaris, like put your own things of like what you would like to be eating? Or is it like
with all this
what
I
imagine
completely
a cook-
forgot.
Yeah, what I imagine a
what?
cook does, where it's like whatever's the leftovers are gonna be. I'm so tired.
Yeah,
of
I
making
think
this.
that's what Yoon's just gonna be like as
Yeah.
he's cooking, just eating some of the things that he's cooking and like tasting them and like kind of going through that.
Same.
fully
yeah.
allow that fully works.
Maybe
I also
Car-
want to know if we've gotten our bottles of wine at this point. Because I think
In-
Riaris makes
in the-
stress
in the
drink at
kitchen?
beginning. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're definitely drinking. Oh, we
You would
do.
definitely. Riaris is not a big drinker, and he's definitely stress drinking on an empty stomach at the moment. Going, oh my god, this has just gone so.
He's rolling at
I,
disadvantage.
I wanted to do this to eat myself, and now I am not going to eat, and I'm getting scraps. Like, this is a disaster. Absolute.
Cool. So, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So we got meat plate, fruit salad, blackened slug, car automatically 1, and you guys are doing your own thing as you're working, or not eating and just drinking, which I also love. Great. So here's some as if it wasn't hard enough already. Riaris, give me a Constitution saving throw with, I'm gonna say with disadvantage because
Yeah.
you gave the idea like you're on an empty stomach.
My thought would be disadvantage because I'm on an empty stomach. So, yeah,
Yep.
that's fine. That's a 19 and an 18. So,
You're good, man. It's for now. I think it's the like level of like adrenaline mixed in with that. This becomes like, I have been a fighter all my life. I have killed like an owl bear that is twice my size. I have been, I recently was in a fight for my life with a bunch of assassin vines. This feels just as scary and just as like as adrenaline pumping as that.
for sure,
some
yeah. I there's certainly an aspect of like don't puke yet, suck it up and deal with it, and you can puke later if you need to, depending what
love
happens.
it.
And that's definitely the feeling is in.
Incredible. Cool. Awesome. All right. So, how do you want to do this? I think, so what I would like you guys to do is to trade off roles.
I think that makes the most sense because we'd have to be to make them faster. We'd have to be making them at the same time, kind of. So,
Right.
Yeah, I would have to.
Yeah. Now the thing is, I will allow you to use either. I think what makes the most sense is for Yoon to use performance. So I will allow you to use performance, or especially in Riaris' case, because you have that advantage, I guess nature. I would also allow sleight of hand. Riaris, so it's up to you.
I could see sleight of hand because I feel like I'd have pretty decent knife skills.
Right.
So,
Cool.
that'd
But
be
that
fine.
you won't have advantage, so that's the difference there.
I think that's fine.
Cool. You got it. Awesome. Cool. So what we could also say, how do I mix another sort of factor into this? I'm going to add something else to this. So Yoon, if this wasn't complicated enough, Yoon, if you would like to offer your we'll say 3 of your persuasion points. So you have +7 right now. If you want to offer +3 to Riaris when it's his turn to roll, you can, but then that means your following turn would be a +4 instead of the +7.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
And then also just, I mean, for every roll he has, I'm giving him beginner's luck. I have 5 of them. I doubt he's gonna arrive 5 times, so it's an added 1d4. You're basically blessed. Yeah.
We
Cool.
don't know if we're going to the. No, we're not going there to die.
Yeah, unlikely you're going tonight, but yeah, I dig it. Sweet. So, Riaris, the roll was to see if you were able to kind of get your bearings and be able to kind of like make sure that you're solid on this. And the idea that these would be straight rolls. So every time it's your roll, it's with disadvantage. So have fun with that. But we'll say, for fun, let's have Yoon start. So, Yoon, this is your opportunity to either make something and help Riaris out. So you just need to tell me beforehand if you're doing that, or if you're like allowing him to kind of just go on his own for that. And obviously, beginner's luck is going to happen no matter what.
Yeah, for the first one, I think I'd let him go on his own because I'm not sure exactly what, we'll see how he does. And then, yeah. So I'll just, I'll make that roll. That's a 22 for the first roll.
Incredible. Cool. Please tell me how you make the best meat plate that Ogre has ever seen.
I think, I think it's really simple because if I'm thinking about Ogre, I don't think like she wants a lot of complicated things. So I think it's like 3 or 4 different kinds of meat, all chopped up, and just kind of medium rare, grilled into like little chunks in like 3-4 different bowls, and then in the center just like a bunch of tortillas. Like essentially have made her an all meat fajitas with just a little bit of different spices on each one, and yeah, that's it.
Incredible. I love it. So for the record, that's a success. How Ogre enjoys it is another thing. So we'll get to that in a second. Well, actually, we'll just ask straight up. Ogre, do you think you enjoy this?
Ogre wouldn't know it's like a fajita, so she'll like try an arrow. Error. You know what I mean? Error.
I have no idea what you mean. I'm sorry. Does someone know what she means?
Trial and error. I'm trying
Trial and error.
Got it. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
And so finally she'll like put it in the taco or a fajita and instantly like anime bug eyes and just go.
Yeah, just full on. You had no idea food could taste this good. Cooking food meant that it was not alive anymore. And that's about what you would know for sure. That's the equivalent, I think. As a goblin cooking food is like, it's not raw, but that's about it. That's all you know. Incredible. Cool. Awesome. Riaris, it is your turn. First off, so please tell me what you are rolling on this.
Right. Yeah, so I think...
You said sleight of hand.
I said sleight of hand, but if I actually could, I think I would actually go back to nature, partly because I would known that maybe Unit, that coin, and I felt something about it, and I feel like that'd be more applicable. And also,
yeah, great.
maybe it can help with the disadvantage. It would just give me...
So it'll be a straight roll.
Yeah,
and then you'll also have a D4 for beginner's luck.
Cool. Great. So I'll be rolling a nature roll. That's not great. That is an 8.
Cool.
Plus
Awesome.
1, so a 9, plus 2, 11 total.
Incredible. The fruit salad was a 10. So please tell me how you just managed to get it right.
Yeah, I think the first thing I pick out is maybe another creature or something that is not a fruit. And so I start going, I'm like, oh, this was, nope, this is not a fruit salad. Then, I kind of get into it a little bit. I think maybe on my travels at some point I got a little fruit skewer or something. So I try to cut them into little pieces, and it's pineapples, and there's a little mango and some other citrus fruits in there. It's definitely like a cheaply thrown together type of deal. The presentation is quite low, but
Love it.
Hopefully, it's edible.
For the beginner's luck, I just wanted to add that at some point, the coin's in his pocket. At some point, he sort of backs up into a cabinet, and one of the fruits that he was kind of missing rolls off the top of something and just sort of drops down into his hand.
Take a look of like, this could. I wonder if this would be good. Cut up like, take a little bite of it and like, oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you put a knife to it, but like before you put it, you're just like, if you're alive, now's the time.
Fake? No.
And you don't get an answer, so you. Incredible. Yeah. Kaelinor, how do you enjoy your fruit salad?
I think she gets it, and she's like poking and prodding, just like, okay, doesn't look poisoned. And has about it's like, you know what, decent. They tried. That's all that matters. I'm just gonna enjoy a good meal, and just eats.
Incredible.
It's good.
Okay, great. Yep. Definitely doesn't suspect a thing. Okay, great. Cool. So it is Yoon's turn, but I will say, Yoon, this is Car's thing. So you already nailed it.
Yeah. Then I would try to give that 3 to Riaris for this one.
Absolutely. Yep. I fully will allow that. Great. So Car, I'll ask you this, Yoon, how do you come out to present it, or do you just like put it up and like Rook is like, what does it look like again?
It's basically like a few, like, as most birds are omnivores essentially. So there's little berries and things around, like little kind of mostly as much raw, kind of more wild stuff as I could put there. Some raw vegetables, but it's arranged in a way to look like almost like an open rib cage with raw meat just like sprinkled inside the rib cage.
Incredible. What like type of creature do you think this is? Like, is there like size, like a
yeah, I think it's like it's like raccoon sized. I would say it's probably similar to that kind of animal at that size.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, Riaris, Riaris, you look at it and recognize the like. I think you recognize the hairy armadillo. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I think
if I saw it, it might have been like in my mind. Yeah.
Yeah. It might not be the same one, but I think like there's a point where Riaris is just like looking at Yoon. It's like, when did you have time? Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, Greg.
Cool.
He's an excellent sous chef.
Do you present it to Car, or do you like bring it, or do you like just push it to Rook to bring it?
I think I have Greg bring it. And so it just essentially floats over to him and then floats down onto the table.
Incredible. Awesome. That's so good. Incredible. Sweet. So, Car, you see this invisible, I think like it's not a plate, it's a tray that like kind of comes to you. Rook's over in the corner, goes, oh, we don't make, okay.
Looks like meat's back on the menus, boys.
Rook, another beer.
Love it. Car, how are you enjoying this?
I think Carr is extremely pleasantly surprised that, because he just asked for water, he wasn't trying to be like grossing them out, and to have them like figure out what he likes and get me something fresh, like Carr's probably very much enjoying it, and to the extent that when he is done, he will summon his own unseen servant to deliver the tray back with a note that says "Thank you very much."
Unbelievable. You get a
Oh my god.
you get
aggressive.
You get a tray coming floating to you. I think we lost Jack for a second, but Jack, you're back.
Yeah, I said that wasn't passive aggressive. That was very kind. We'll go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think it just is like compliments to the chef on it.
Yeah, exactly.
You do see this come back in, and you're like, was Greg out there for a half hour? Like,
Multiple things.
Do you two
floating.
know each other?
Yeah, mine, you probably, when I want it to, it's not quite unseen. You see that there's like a spirit holding it, like a ghost coming through you. But anyway, thank you very much.
Awesome. Super cool. Yes, you get a compliments to the chef, and now it allows Yoon to be able to spend time working with Riaris on what would be Zed's meal. So I would like you to roll those things, and I apologize, gang. I know this is super early, but I do have to. We do have to take a 10-minute break real quick here. But go ahead and make your rolls for it, and we'll kind of handle it when we come back.
This is
We'll be
rolls
right
for
back.
Zed's meal. That's what
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, and we are back to our culinary arts here. Riaris, so I apologize. I assuming that you roll correctly, but I just want to make sure that we know. So it is. Is it still with disadvantage?
No,
Why did
so
I
I'm
feel
Not
like
if-
no, it's a
it's
straight roll
roll
because
'cause
of
I'm
the.
going.
Yep,
'Cause yep.
straight roll. You have a
So I have a D4, right? From beginner's
D4.
luck and a +3. What you're
And a
giving me, is
+3.
that well? So I think I did it because I got a 15 on the die. So 15 plus 1, 16, and then I rolled a 3 on beginner's luck, which is 19.
Okay.
Plus 3 more is 22.
Oh my goodness.
Freaking
I
incredible.
didn't- I was like, I'm never getting this. So my God.
Incredible.
So I mean, it's the way I imagine this is totally a team effort because I think we're looking. I'm like, a slug? What? How are we getting a slug? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, pick one out that's like crawling on the outside of a window, and I go again like black.
It's like one of the things you saw that you thought was a fruit. It was actually just a slug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
banana
they're
slug,
usually
whatever.
bigger.
Like what is
They're like
what is
nice,
this?
chunky,
Yeah,
like
definitely
green with yellow
slimy. And I'm like,
stripes.
what is rice? Peel,
Yeah.
peel off. I don't know. Or maybe it's a seasoning pat. I have no clue. What's happening. I
Incredible.
think it all comes to
He treated it like a cow tongue, scraped all the taste buds off of it.
Blackened, it turns out, is not burnt. I remember it's something to do with spice. It's not just burnt till it's black.
Right.
Rios is like, okay. So he takes it off like directly from the fire, and it's like starting to like bubble. He's like, oh, right.
Yeah. I think there's a possibility with like the idea of like the rice peel off, the natural sort of juices from the slug. Drew, do not tell me if you've actually had this because I can't handle it right now. But just like the natural juices from the slug is like gross myself out. Just like seeps into the rice and makes it like a peel off. Like it makes it have that like sort of weird, like that interesting sort of seasoning and texture to it. That taste, I guess. Yeah. And the steamed vegetables, I think I don't know, it's probably just like a firebolt to a boiling water kettle, right? Like,
yeah. And then what if you served it in a coconut? It's supposed to be tropical coconut blackened slug.
Yeah.
it does say tropical coconut. No
I
idea.
love that, and I totally imagine at one point Riar's not really fully conceptualizing coconuts. Like cracked one open, and just all the milk spilled out, and he was like, "Now what do I do?" And so now we have these like 2 half shells. Like, hey, what if?
You just stuff the rice peel off and
Yeah,
vegetables
there
on
we
the
go.
side,
Yeah.
slugs slides across.
Incredible. Do you, Riar, you just serve this to Rook to serve?
I think I'd look at you and be like, I don't want to bring this out. Is Greg free? Should we have Greg bring it out, or?
No, I'll take it, and I'm gonna take like 2 coconut houses. Just go over to where's that? Like, I feel like we almost made it in anger at like, why would you order the most complicated possible thing?
Meat plate, fruit salad. I want this.
Yes. And
Incredible.
then just get to the table and just your order is served, and slide them onto the table.
I look at it. You actually made it.
I hope it's to your liking, monsieur. And then
I don't
will
know
walk-
where I am because he keeps bringing me beer because people like the food. So I'm just gonna start munching down on it, and it's gonna be like from when Jacques made it for me one time, and it was perfect. It was
Unbelievable.
tender. Everything was so good. Does the scent of it attract any attention, or the sight of it?
Oh, 100%. I think there's certain points where like you notice that some of the other like patrons are like actually going like, "Hey, Rook, the order that I had for the steamed fish and veggies, could I change that?" And just immediately Rook being like, "No, sorry, I already gave it back to him. I already gave it to him back there. That's the rules in the Rook and Crown. You give me your order, and that's it." And just like looks back at the rest of you, kind of gives you a wink. It's like, "Good job. It's a good job."
Rook. Yeah.
Did the I already know I'm gonna mess it up. The axolotl. Did he order anything?
He did.
He did. Did it get his attention?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because
Well, I think
know we wanted to talk to him before because when
Yeah.
we passed him.
we're gonna handle that on the back end. We're almost done, I promise. But there's
Gotcha.
also that other factor there too. There's gonna be
I've
stuff
got
of like, and what are you guys doing during this whole thing?
Gotcha.
But at this point, after that 23, which was 22 or 23,
22.
22, incredible. I'm gonna say both of you give me a con save, a low DC right now. But I will say with cars,
disadvantage or my
no, this is straight roll. I don't know why
This
this
would
would
be
be disadvantage.
Oh,
I
because he was
watched
stressed
it.
at the beginning.
I don't know if it's a drinking
Because you
con
were
roll.
drunk, but you nailed it with your like
Okay.
18 on the disadvantage, so you wouldn't be wrong with disadvantage for that.
Well, I didn't roll very good anyway. 10.
10, cool.
18.
You cool. First DC was 5. So we'll have you roll another in 3 meals, and then a last one in 3 meals after that. Great. Awesome. So the next order does say steamed fish and broccoli.
Okay.
Relatively simple for the most part. Especially everything's going to be simple after that. I'll be honest with you. No
got
one's,
the veggies
no
already
one.
cooked.
I did not roll a 20 for anybody else. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
And I
only get
believe
the-
that's Yoon's. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
but I only get a plus 4 there, so it's my 21.
21. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, totally fine. DC 9, you knock it out of the fucking park. You're starting to kind of get the hang of this at this point. I'm going to say if you guys nail all of these, definitely giving you proficiency in cooking tools. That's happening. But you have to nail all of these. I'm going to say it now. You have to nail all of these.
Fair enough.
Burn everything.
So, yeah, let's because there's 8 of these. We'll kind of slide through it. So for the 9, yeah, absolutely, you make it. Rook kind of grabs it and goes, and you see the axolotl go, oh, good, awesome, and then he brings it to another figure, an orc figure in this over in the corner, kind of like hair almost in front of his eyes, and you see just kind of thanks. And like grabs it. Doesn't seem to say anything other than thanks. Rook kind of goes back and says, you guys are killing it. Great. Riaris, you're up. Now I will say, you said you had 5 of these. So there was 4. You had 5 of the beginner's luck. There was 4, and then there's 8.
Right,
So-
but how many is he rolling?
I've done 2
So-
so
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right, so because they're
Math
all
is
just for
hard.
him.
so that'd be 12. So it's possibly run out at
Yeah.
this one here or something.
4 plus 8 is 12. Yes. Yep. So 6. Jesus, that was not hard math, Joe. Yeah, 6. So the last one will be without it.
Right, cool.
Okay.
Or
I think
anyone
that
you
makes more sense.
choose. I'll say
Yeah, I
Well,
suppose so,
because
yeah.
we'll simplify
Can I-
this.
When can I choose? Because I when I roll my d20, then can I choose to use it or not? Let me just
I'd
say,
say
I just
before
rolled
you-
a 19, so I
Well,
would rather.
technically, it would
but I also
be
rolled my
you-
d4. So
I'm going to say technically it would be Yoon's choice. So what I will say is that you should at least get the idea of what the order is. This says fresh food on it.
that's all it says. Fresh fruit.
Yep.
Well, we have a lot of fresh fruit.
So we'll say Yoon, it's your choice on whether or not you want to give him the D4 for fresh food.
Yeah,
What is that?
I am
What
actually
was
going to
that
give him the
insight
D4 because I rolled low on insight because I have no idea what fresh food is. So I know what
Incredible.
you rolled, but I have to go with what
Nice.
the
Yeah, all right.
dice-
I got a
so I'll give him that.
24. Got
Yeah,
24.
very nice, very nice.
Oh my god, this is where all their high
So the
rolls are
DC,
going.
I love that you guys, I love the idea of like, there's a possibility that I might be fucking with you in saying fresh food. DC was 2. I rolled a 2. So tell me, I mean, it's almost impossible to fuck up. So I do need to know what you make on this one because that's hilarious.
I mean, I think we'd probably pull out some of the scraps or remnants of the fresh food we made for Carr.
Yeah.
And the meat thing, and just kind of pull that. It's still out there at the restaurant. Yeah, it's fresh. It's
Yep.
It's fresh. Fruit, whatever.
Cool.
You made
Awesome.
some tapas.
I love it. I want to make sure. I want to make sure Dan's hearing me right. It's not fresh fruit.
No,
It's
I
fresh
know.
food.
I need
Okay,
fresh
great.
food.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I need
yeah.
fresh-
Just says fresh food.
And I'm kind of going, all of it looks fresh to me, so it's maybe like a little smorgasbord goes out to this person.
I love it. You see Rook kind of grab it and go, yeah, I mean that's fresh food. And goes over to a table where a little kobold is sitting there with a knife and fork and a napkin that he seems to have found into a bib and just goes straight into it. Incredible. Yoon, you're up.
All right. Oh,
What do we have to
23.
make here? Oh,
23. We'll say with this, you see a thing that says steamed fish and steamed broccoli. So it is literally
All right.
exactly what you made before. Welcome to being a cook.
yeah, I guess that's yeah.
And you nail it, obviously. I guess I could have even given you advantage on this at this point. But yeah, with a 24, you absolutely nail it. Goes out, and you see that one. You see once again the axle going. Okay, great. You see it once again kind of move over, and you see it go to a human man, just kind of bedraggled hairs. Oh, great. This is what I needed. And goes into it. Incredible. Riaris, back to you. This one says, I'm going to say it is, it says, cooked bird, don't burn.
I'm gonna let you do this one plain. Just go for it. I believe in you.
I'm so terrified. Oh my god, why am I terrified? That's an 18, so 19 total.
Jesus, guys, good lord.
I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely find a bird and you cook it and it is not burnt. As you see it go out to, I'm gonna run out of NPCs. It goes out to someone else. Incredible. We got so that was that was over 3, but I forgot, so that's my bad. So now go ahead, both you give me a con save. It's a little bit higher now.
Oh, there it is.
No. That's a 1.
That's a 1. Awesome.
I have a natural 1.
Incredible.
I got
Yoon,
a
what'd you
2
get?
for a -1 to a 1. Yeah.
You guys are fucking beat.
There it is.
Everything is going to be with disadvantage now as you are taking 1
Yep.
point of exhaustion. And I don't
Yeah.
care what the rules say on this. Yeah, it's ability checks. Great. So that's what this
Yeah, it's
counts
ability
for.
checks. Yeah, it's fine.
No matter what, it would be on cooking. As you feel like now we're going into like hour 2 of this, we'll say. Great. Cool. The next one says, I don't know, chicken.
I'm giving you well, I already
Oh, this one's you.
skipped 1, so oh wait,
This
is it
one's
me?
you, I think. Yeah.
Okay,
I just
cool.
lost.
All right. I don't know, chicken.
I don't know, chicken.
14.
DC was 13.
With disadvantage.
Just make it with disadvantage. Unfortunately, I'm going to tell you it's not the highest one I rolled tonight. So we got a steep hill before we get there. But awesome. With the 13, you make a very nice cooked chicken. You're really starting to get the hang of this at this point as it goes out to another place where you just hear from your vantage point just all right, chicken. And that's what you get. I love looking at Nav just dying over there. That's so funny. That's great. Welcome to D&D cooking class. Awesome. Okay. This one says, all right. A chickpea salad sandwich. No, sorry, that doesn't equivalent to this. I need to make sure that I'm very clear on this. Let's get Tuscan tortellini salad.
So you get the
Tuscany a
D4 on
place
this,
in
and keep in
IMAX
mind
anywhere?
What's
it's
that?
just a regular roll for you. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, is Tuscany a place? I may
Absolutely not. But it does say Tuscan. You're like, what is Tuscan?
oh my god, yeah. Yeah. So am I still a straight roll? Because I did have advantage. Advantages, disadvantages just cancel out even, or does
Yeah, no matter how
Um,
many disadvantages you have,
Right.
it just one that cancels
what I
out.
So
yeah.
you have advantage. What do you have advantage from? Because of
from
the.
him,
on
the
intelligence things.
So you're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
the intelligence one. Yeah. So you can't do the +4. You'd have to do the.
which is what I've been doing.
Nature?
The whole time. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, so just a straight roll plus.
And then a D4. Yeah.
Okay, that is a 16.
Cool. Awesome. So you make the what did I say? Tuscan tortellini salad. Tell me how you do it.
I don't know. You know, sometimes in life we go through these events, and at the end we don't know how we got through it.
It's just
and
blacked
this is
out.
one of those dishes where when Riaris hands it off, he's like, I didn't know what a tortellini was before this, but we pulled it together with the pasta. We got some cheese, and we had some boiling water from the veggies, put it in there.
I think
You know,
maybe Greg just also is just luckily the unseen servant that I called happens to have some lingering memories of cooking. He just keeps handing you things that are the right things for that particular recipe.
it's very, it's perfect because they come out of nowhere, just floating in air, and it's like yes, you know,
Incredible.
pure inspiration.
So at this point, it's been about a solid hour. And for whatever is going on with the rest of everybody else, you guys are aware that they've been cooking for at least a straight hour. I'm just going to be honest here. Riaris, you failed by 1. Is there anything that you guys think, in character, obviously, in the idea of your character enjoying your meal and going through that stuff, is there anything you guys would do, mechanically speaking, to be able to add to this roll?
Yes.
Okay.
I am so pleased by their gift of food that I will as the door opens and they're passing out food, I send a spirit off and give them bardic inspiration.
Incredible. I love it. Because I think if you guys lose out of proficiency by 1,
Yeah, I won't
that's
let that happen.
that's so mean. That's so mean of me. So great. And the lowest you could roll is a 1. So you automatically pass. You get this sent out. You get a note back several minutes later as you're preparing the next food that says, "Not quite Tuscany, but I'll take it." Roll me one more con save, you guys. And I'm going to say with this, if you fail this, then you are rolling with disadvantage for these last 2.
Well, I failed. So,
Okay.
we got a 5.
Dirty 20? Okay, nice. So you failed twice, right?
Yeah.
You got it. Your speed, like 2 levels of exhaustion, your speed is halved.
Awesome.
You guys want to cook? You guys want to cook in my game?
D&D right there. Shit.
That's right.
Big Gordon
Cool.
Ramsay is coming out right now.
We got 2 more. So this is the second to last one. Oh, I got rid of that. You get a thing back that says burger and take potatoes and cook them really hard.
Really?
You also notice that like Rook, every time you read through, like you read the menu list, Rook is like kind of like peering out beyond the page that you're reading, just like, I don't know, man. When Barb's here, they get 1 meal.
Like,
Literally
oh, there's
taking
a menu
advantage.
here. It's just like a custom menu. Like, I'm just gonna order whatever I feel.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh my god. For my disadvantage roll, I rolled a nat 20 and a 19, so a 26.
Let's go.
These rolls are ridiculous.
Yeah. It
Guys.
popped to both of them.
Holy shit.
You thought you were exhausted.
DC was 14. So you nailed it. Yeah. I mean, Evan, you guys are both killing it at this, but Evan, because this is the second to last one, how do you make it?
So it was what, burger and potatoes cooked hard?
Cooked real hard.
Cooked real hard.
Oh god, he's gonna hard boil them.
No. So
20,
yeah,
26 is fucking insane for this
I'm gonna
meal.
make a full Western barbecue burger with bacon, another type like pork belly, and some sauce on it and stuff like that. And then I'm turning the potatoes into French fries, but like making them as crispy as possible. So just like really hard and crispy French fries.
We're gonna have to take another break after this, gang. That sounds so good right now.
I gotta order some DoorDash.
Incredible.
This place have a reputation. They're not gonna be able to match.
Yeah. Yep.
Or Barb.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Yeah, you just hear a from somewhere in the restaurant. Ric Flair is there, ladies and gentlemen. And for the last one, Riaris, you are just so tired, and you're like, what bullshit could be on this? And it just says fried cheese fried.
Oh my God, that sounds so good. Alright.
Fried cheese curds.
That is a 17.
All right.
I
That was
have my inspiration that I will burn if I need to. I know that's not how that works.
it's not how
That's not how it
awesome.
works.
I mean, it is how that works. You could.
I usually have to I think I'd have to declare before I know if it succeeds or not. So I will not.
No.
declare.
You
I'll
for the
just-
record, for player inspiration, you don't
Yeah.
have to do that. You can do that after.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm not going to let you do that, as that was the only nat one I had rolled on that. So the fried cheese fried. I mean, do you have an idea in your head of what that would look like?
Yes. No, I've definitely. I don't know about fried, but yeah, I think so. You know, cheese, something we ate a lot for sure. Good for travel,
Yeah.
good for quick protein. So, sometimes you got to reheat it, refry it because it's been a little
Mhm.
bit. So that's kind of general concept I'm going with.
Okay, cool. With
Probably
the
make one for
17,
myself while I'm there.
love it. I think with the 17, you see fried cheese fried, and you actually looked at that, like possibly looking at the bottom, like looking through the whole list, and you saw that bottom part, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna fry the cheese now, and then about halfway through the list, I'm gonna fry it again.
I'm gonna let it, soak, get it, drain. A
Yeah,
little bit,
yep.
Oh,
Yep.
extra crispy.
Extra crispy.
Incredible. Zed, I think you snuck another order in. I think that's going to you.
Probably.
Yeah, as you get a fried cheese fried as your friends come back just exhausted.
That
Amazing,
fried cheese goes
guys.
well with the pretzel.
I think
Yeah.
I'd hang in there, near the end as I know we're tied up. Once we're done, there's no more orders, and I would just look at Yoon. I don't know how much of the wine is left. Probably, not that much of the 2 bottles.
Probably not a lot.
And just
Yeah,
kinda
I think
raise-
so.
I think I've just been drinking out of the bottle. Like, I'm not.
Same. I think you said 2 bottles. We just been drinking out of a bottle
Yeah,
next.
yeah. And so just kind of a little cheers and just be like, I don't know if I know what happened, but I think we did pretty good.
Who needs skill when you've got luck?
So good. And truly, like above board. Yes, unbelievable.
That's ridiculous.
That's so good, gang. I added cooking utensils to both your proficiencies. For the record, you don't have them, but you do have proficiency in them. So while that is going on, thank you for the other four of being patient and hearing this unbelievable luck from these folks. What are the four of you doing? I'll actually say above board, if you want to make a perception check, you can to kind of start off and like get an idea of like who's in this place.
I got 13 for perception.
Cool.
Also a 13.
Nice.
A 10.
Okay. Still beats
14.
whatever DC I have for this. Yeah, great, cool, awesome. All of you pretty much rolled the same number. So you all see. First off, as I mentioned before, you see the axolotl. You notice that he is wearing some very elaborate looking armor. You see that there is a like a spear and a shield in the corner, kind of close by him. You notice him just totally chowing down on his food. So I won't point out that person. You do notice someone that is here in, I'd say about probably like hour one, and then kind of like heads out after they got their, after we'll say they also got their steamed fish and broccoli, is a woman with dark brown skin, horns that are kind of like leaning back around, and you see there are like large hoop earrings and some graying hair. She looks to be very friendly, kind of like nodding to you all as you are sitting down, if any of you catches her eye. You got, like I said, you guys kind of rolled right in that sort of in between point that you just see these people. And obviously we'll kind of go back to them as we need to. Obviously you guys met Rook, Ogre specifically, but pretty much everybody too. You also notice that there's an orc that got this food that I can't remember at this point, honestly. But looks to be like, you see the heavy matted hair. At a certain point you see him kind of turn his head and you see that he's missing an eye. But looks to be possibly one of the dock workers in the shipyard. And I believe that is it as far as notable NPCs. You did see a kobold that you can interact with, and you did see a human as well. So yeah, so this is like, so whatever interactions you guys want to do, these are going to be taking place through the, we'll say, 2 hours. We'll say through the 2 hours of you guys kind of just hanging out here waiting for your other friends to be done. Also enjoying your meal and just being really impressed with these two.
Although Carr is going to keep an eye on things from his table, unless somebody approaches him at this point, I'm not going to reach out to anybody.
You got it.
I do reserve the right to reach out later.
Cool. You got it. Sweet. I will say at a certain point during the day, you see, like, especially after the let's see, there was 2 nat 20s on these rolls. So we'll say after the meat plate was given such a ridiculous given such an actually that was the beginning, I'm sorry. So say the one that was a 2, and I think you got like a 17. I cannot remember what it was on there, but after that he was like, you guys got it. So he does like a quick like thing of like, he looks at you guys in the kitchen and be like, hey guys, I'll be right back, I just have to check on one thing out and back, and says the same thing to you guys, like, hey, bar's closed for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll be right back. And you see him kind of head out through the back door. So yeah. So Carl, you're just kind of hanging out. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna talk to like Cobalt because feels like I haven't seen one before.
Cool. You see this kind of like ruddy brown, kobold who is in like just digging into his food, just full on, like you hear like the occasional sort of snarl as he's like picking his teeth with something as you approach.
All right. Have I gotten my food at this point yet?
It's up to you.
All right. I'm gonna sit down. I'll walk over to him
Cool.
and ask him how his food is. You got the fresh food, right?
Pulls his plate closer to himself.
Are you from here? Any conversation?
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage. As you are nearing a kobold while they're eating.
4.
I like when I break Jack too. It's really funny. 4. Cool. Yeah, 4. You think he's just shy.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna finish off my beer. I'm gonna slam the cup down, and I'm just gonna pour water straight into it from my hand, doing the create destroy water. See if that gets anything out of him, and then slide the glass over to him.
Looks at the pure water in that glass.
What do you mean no? Just try it. It's fresh water. No, try it. What? No, fresh water. Try it.
Poison.
Oh, what do you mean poison?
Poison.
It's water. Water.
Poison.
Water. No, but you don't like water?
You see at this point the axolotl kind of comes over and goes, greetings. What is the meaning of this exclamation of poison?
I don't know. Look, I did this. Water.
Are you
And he says,
attempting to hurt
Yeah,
this fine kobold?
No, I'm trying to give him some water because he's like licking his plate. He looked like he was thirsty. I was trying to talk to him, and now he's saying I'm trying to poison him with fresh water. Unless he's allergic to fresh water. See? You just, like that, fresh water. You just notice the table's soaked and it's just dripping off the table because I keep doing that constantly.
Rook is over in the corner just like throwing a bar thing for a slap just behind his on his shoulder, just going like sighing. Just, I understand. It seems that our friend here is not so interested in your poisoned water.
No, not poison, just water.
Very good. Please take your glassware somewhere else. It seems that you are not wanted at this table.
All right. Oh, so I did see you were eyeing my my special food I ordered. I do have.
Are you moving from this?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure that this conversation is happening as you're like picking your stuff up and like walking.
Yeah.
Cool,
So
go
I
ahead.
do have another coconut shell of what I ordered: the tropical coconut blackened slug with rice pilaf and steamed vegetables. If you want one.
You assume my lingering. Oh, you have another one?
Yes, I got another one. Yes.
I mean, I will trade you some of my steamed fish.
Oh, yes.
It is
It does look good.
scrumptulescent, as they say.
Hey. These cooks have been pushing out good stuff. I mean, did you hear that guy scream in the back?
It's impressive. The fried
Yes.
cheese fried is something that I
Oh.
never thought would
Yes. Do you want to try it?
pass.
It's crunchy on the outside, but like gooey on the inside. It's
I
just
unfortunately do not possess teeth.
Like, oh, you don't even need teeth. The best part is when you gum down on it and you pull the stretch. Oh,
looking down at the like a double fried cheese definitely has like a crunch to it as well. There's no way like you need teeth. There's like there's no way. So he looks at. I'm gonna roll a intelligence check on this guy. Cool. He's not. Yes,
While
please.
this is going on, I just go to Kaelinor and I said, "Is it just me, or does it look like he's flirting with the axolotl?"
I'm still trying to figure that out. I think so. I want to put a bet on it, but I think I'm gonna lose money. But yeah, definitely flirting,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate the offer, and I do see that there is a portion of that cheese that seems that I could possibly ingest. Unfortunately, there is the top and the bottom portion that looks not quite to what I can ingest.
Is it because it's hard and no teeth?
Not if you know what you're ordering.
I just crushed the sides of it for him. It's like,
Okay.
Is this better?
That is not. If you are still offering the slug, I will partake.
Oh yeah. I got that.
Thank you kindly.
So-
Here is some of my broccoli that I ordered, but realized I also could not eat without teeth. Thank you.
Oh yes. You ever think about getting like I guess they call them dentures or fake ones put in? Like, you just pop them out, pop them in.
Fake
chew.
teeth.
Yeah.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, you know, it's like when you fight something and you knock their teeth out. I got a 3, and you just tie those into a piece of wood and put it in your mouth. Free teeth.
I'm just gonna roll to see if I beat a 3. Okay, I do beat a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what you mean by fake teeth. Real
Yeah.
teeth that were once in the mouths of your enemies.
Yeah. It's
I
free.
see.
You don't have to pay expensive.
Well, when I finish an enemy that is made to see the truth under my spear, I make sure that they either walk away with a lesson or have nothing left to walk away with.
Oh.
As he says this, because he does have low intelligence, as he says this, he realizes that you don't need teeth to walk away. So he's, I do. That was to say that I don't normally take teeth, especially. No, I don't normally take teeth.
You should. They make like great trophies. You can wear them as necklace. You can fling
Who
them at
are
people.
your other brethren? Are they interested in hearing about the beautiful ascendance of what is Pelor?
Oh, actually, I believe they all wanted to talk to you about something. I'm not sure what it was. I was busy thinking about beer and pretzels.
Good day, fellow travelers. As you see this, again, massive-headed axolotl looks in the direction of Ogre and Kaelinor, who is just like kind of like sitting close by, and Kar is just like over at a table, just a little bit off.
Did we want to talk to the? What the? Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Prithee, may you grant me an audience of your presence.
I think he likes you both. He wants to talk to you.
I'm
Maybe
gonna get
hit
some
on you.
more ale. No, I'm just gonna.
No.
No, I got you.
No, I'm going. No, I'm going to get some
Yeah,
cider.
like
Hey!
bitches.
Another
Understood.
beer over here.
It
Anyone
seems
who-
that I have put my foot in my unteethed mouth. I will be leaving and going back to my steamed broccoli that I will gnaw at. Good day.
No,
I will talk to you.
Now I feel guilty.
Yeah, my other buddy over there, the car. Yes, he had some questions.
I'm gonna roll to see if this guy knows. Yep, nat one, baby. Hello, Aarakocra, I presume you are enjoying fruits and berries. Oh, my. Well, a feast fit for a champion of feathers, it seems.
Join me. Sit.
Oh, I know for sure I can't chew most of that.
Oh, this is for me.
But I will sit with you.
Yes.
As he pulls up a seat and just kind of sits. Also, I guess I didn't mention this before. This guy's pretty tall. He's about 6'4". About a good 3 feet of that, maybe 3.5 feet of 3 feet of that is his head.
Wow.
Yeah, just a giant head. What brings you to the beloved town of Sway?
I'm visiting.
Aren't we all? Looks around for a laugh that doesn't come.
Probably just me.
You
That
mentioned
guy got it.
you mentioned lore. Am I saying that right?
Yes, are you interested in hearing about the god of the sun and of those that watch over all of us in their infinite wisdom?
Indeed, I am. And I let him go. I just take all the information I can because it's another religion.
Yes.
Bring it. Like
I
go so far as
love
to
it.
take notes. Like I'm like, oh.
This guy's like, oh yes, here we go. I envy you.
Car, give me. I think like religion check is not necessary. You get the idea of like you start to like understand who Pelor is as a like god of the sun. That is
Right.
That I will say in like your. Do you think you've like tried to understand other sort of religions from other creatures?
So it's one of the things I'm good at. I have +5, so I
Okay.
think I have at least listened in my travels and like been curious. I've never actually sat down and talked to somebody, but this guy is. I say this as Jack.
Yeah.
Ignorant enough not to be afraid of me.
Cool.
So like, Carr doesn't think badly of him, but he's like, this guy is going to talk to me. I want to hear something.
You got it. Go ahead. So I'm going to say, so the religion check, not important. So Pelor, like god of the sun, is described often as an elderly man with an untamed golden hair and bushy beard. Truly like on the idea of like, think of your, I don't want to take a platform here, but like the whitest version of what someone would like. So never mind. It's very reminiscent of some religions here. It is a lot of what he is saying feels like you've heard this story before, but in different sort of like contexts from other humanoid creatures. And it wasn't Pelor. It was like Tyr, and like other gods that that I can't think of at the moment right now, but it is very give me an insight check, DC 10.
Oh, 9.
9?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Because I got nothing to add to it, so I'm just like 9.
Yeah, no, I love it. Cool, awesome. No, you listen this whole time, and you get the idea of like this is someone who really, truly, deeply believes in what they're saying. You do recognize that. Like, do you ask questions?
Oh yeah, like clarifying questions and like just. And not even like to be mean, although I did notice Kalanor's and Ogre's discomfort. So it was kind of to be nice, but like, I'm like, no, tell me, like, what does that mean? And, oh, when you say this, does that refer to something he said before? And just like, I'm full on like
Cool.
taking a missionary into my home and asking the question.
Cool. With a 9, then what I will say is that sometimes you're asking questions along with what he's saying, and you can tell that he does not know the answer.
That's fair. Okay.
I will say, Carr doesn't get the idea, but I think Jack gets the idea really quickly that this is for sure not a cleric, but a paladin of Pelor.
He's essentially never gotten past handling the person the pamphlet and saying, tell me more.
It was this is a I think there's like a realm of like, this is a god that worships something that I find to be extremely, or a god that represents something I find to be extremely important, and might have been the first when I realized I could walk on land and be able to exist in this world as a axolotl creature on this, that I was able to worship something and pledge my life to something in memory of that, and sign me up. That is he also introduces himself. His name is Sigrud, so Sigrud.
Got it. Okay. I was like, help me, but I got that. Okay.
Yeah.
I just have a nice time chatting and listening to what he has to say about Pelora.
Incredible. And I'll say, anybody who wants to hear it, he's not quiet. He says it very loudly, so any of you could hear this. I think including the kitchens. Like occasionally, you guys are hearing just bits and pieces.
I was gonna ask. Yeah. Okay. I'm not in any way interested in getting involved with that. I'm sure I'm busy at the time, but I know of Pelor.
Yes.
Does any of what I overhear, does any of that make sense to what I know?
Roll me an insight check. And I will say, no matter at what point in time you're rolling this, I will say it's straight roll.
Okay. 16 plus something. Nothing. 16.
Sarah really kind of nailed it on the idea of someone who was given a pamphlet and said, okay, great, and then dedicated his whole life and didn't learn very much more than that. That's Sigrud. There's certain points where like he says things and you're like, well, it's not entirely true. That's
not quite what I heard, but okay.
Yeah. Not even what you heard. You know that's not true.
It's one way to interpret that. Yeah, sure.
And honestly, Carr is, if he realizes that, and he may.
You don't. You rolled a 9. That was the DC. The DC was 10.
Like, sure, it could be. Because even if he did realize it, he's also taking it, but that's one believer's version of that God.
Right.
So
yes, absolutely.
So he's just honestly just listening and taking the pressure off Kaelinor and Ogra, but just having a grand old time talking to a new person who's not afraid of him and learning about a religion.
Incredible. Cool.
You said there was an elderly woman or graying hair with horns?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm probably going to be making my rounds talking to like these people that are like basically like her and the orc that just stand out. Yeah,
you got it. Cool.
And
awesome.
I've been drinking. I'm probably on like beer number 2, maybe 3. Food in my belly, so I'm talkative.
Incredible. Awesome. Cool. So you walk up to this creature, and I will say also for Ogra and Kaelinor, if you want, actually let me pause this here just real quick. So Ogra, are you wanting to talk to anyone specific?
The orc and the or not orc. No, he was an orc. Yeah, he is an orc.
The orc.
There was an orc. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The orc at the bar, she's like very curious, like, oh, it's another big goblin.
So I'm gonna say I think Zed, this happens right after you're done with Sigrud, but we're gonna kind of backtrack after Ogra. So Ogra, you kind of move away from Sigrud, and you can hear Sigrud's talking in the background as you approach this orc, who is just finishing his meal and now picking his teeth with his fork.
Hello.
Hmm.
I'm sorry to interrupt your meal. I know that's a bad time to talk. But Ogra's just wondering, like what clan you're from.
Uh, no clan. I work at the shipyard. There's a name for it. Sorry. But anyways, he says the name. As you continue.
Oh. Are you good fixing ships or doing things with ships?
Anchor's Rest is the name. Listen, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know what this is, but I'm not a.
Ogra, I know. Let me apologize. Ogra.
I mean,
Ogra
you're very
Hoggle.
pretty. The hair is, you know, it's
goes over to.
it's very, very bright.
Is she hitting on him?
God, I love that. That's so fucking good. That's so fucking good. Oh my god, that's so good. Kaelinor just receiving all these like.
There's a little like diary pen. She's like, okay, so I'm just doing a little thread chart. Like, okay, so betting pool, who's going where? Right.
Just
Yeah,
a cheese
sure.
stick hanging from my mouth. Is she hitting on him?
I don't. Maybe. You want to put a bet on it? Zed?
Oh, I got cheese stick right here. This right here. That one cheese.
This is the cheese stick that was hanging out of your mouth. You said.
No, this is the other one.
Okay,
It's
got it,
in my
got it.
mouth.
Okay.
It's
Great.
like extremely.
That would be
close-
weird. So yeah.
It's extreme. The one in my mouth is extremely close to her mouth because I'm like leaning over trying to whisper, so it's just barely brushing like the side of her cheek and lip as I'm talking.
I'm gonna need more alcohol.
In your
for this.
face.
Mhm, I was like, Zed, I'm gonna get a drink. Rook, do you have any spirits? I'm just immediately just like,
It's
no. Yeah, do you want one? Maybe I'll calm you down.
yeah. I'll have another one that'll help digest the cheese better.
Where's that go?
Yeah, there is also a moment of like, if you guys are just, because it was free drinks, so anybody who thinks that they're drinking most of the night, I'll say at this point right now, give me a con save.
I will say, Ogra took one of the wine bottles, poured it into her own personal cup.
Incredible.
I got
So this
18.
whole thing is just full wine.
Okay.
14.
What does that get?
I got 18.
18? Okay, you're good.
What was the save?
It was a con.
Okay, cool.
And this is for the whole evening. So we're
That's
just going to
gonna be
handle
an
this in
8.
one roll. An 8? Cool. Yeah. Ogre, I don't think... So what's weird is, oh my gosh, this is so weird because I think the first night you had alcohol, but then that night didn't happen for you this time around.
Oh,
So you've never had alcohol before.
nope.
And with this being wine, and it's very sweet wine, it tastes good, and you're feeling great.
Well, thank you. Ogre does have pretty hair. Ogre's only seen 2 others that have pink. That axolotl with the tentacles, I think that counts as pink hair. Ogre thinks so because
Okay.
it grows out for the head, so it has to count.
Yeah, no, I think that could definitely be, I guess, count.
And this really angry woman who was attacking Ogre, and she had to throw
You guys are all hearing this, by the way.
at her
Immediately coming over, just sitting next to her, like, hi.
What did Kaelinor roll?
Eleanor!
Oh, 14.
DC was 15. You're also feeling pretty good.
I'm
You're
like,
just on the cusp. You're feeling tipsy.
And she
I
probably goes
buddy.
over
assume
Yeah.
Car is not rolling.
It just leads to Ogre a little too much. With
You don't
her
need
little...
to talk to getting drunk.
Yep. Another pink-haired woman, you said?
Yes.
no. Pink? What color's pink? No,
This
no.
is color pink. This is color pink.
Yeah, that's pink.
You don't know your colors?
No, I don't.
Okay. This is
Any-
a really... All right.
Ogre wanted to surprise her friend Zed over there, and she went to a paint store to get a color, and she has it. She thinks if Oprah tells you where to go and what to write and what to say, could you go to our ship and paint it for Ogra for a surprise for Zed? And she'll pay you 2 gold.
You pay me 2 gold to write something on the side of the ship?
Yes, that seems.
Okay. All right. Is it like
That's the right amount, right?
Yeah. You could have maybe haggled and given 3, but it's fine. 2 is good.
Haggle up.
Hey, tipsy. She's tipsy. She's like, huh?
There's no way Ogre would know this, but Kaelinor, give me a either history or religion in terms of like culture here, with disadvantage, as you are
little tipsy. Okay, not bad. 14.
Okay. With a 14, 14 is pretty good. But I rolled a 15. You think like 2 gold's good? Okay, so is it like a galleon or
Ogre
like
doesn't
a-
know ships.
caravel? You don't know shit?
Ships.
Okay, that's fine. I said,
Ogre has
oh,
her
ships. Okay,
bearings. It's hard to get out ships.
I get it. Yeah, no, that's why I found mine down. Makes it easier to talk.
Isn't Ogre doesn't really get that though, because everyone in her clan had all their things all in their mouth, but we only get the 2 up here. Why is that, you think?
When you say clan, what do you like? You're a part of like a tribe,
Yeah, like, Goblin
Like
clan.
like an. Okay, but you're an orc.
Kaelinor actively looking at this dude, just being like, not talking about.
Kaelinor, can you hear this guy?
Huh?
You're doing this.
Actively like,
He stands up and goes, "Excuse me? Oh, you want to take this outside? Okay, all right, yeah, let's take this outside.
okay.
That's fine.
"Fuck, let's go!"
All right, let's go outside.
gosh.
We're gonna take this outside. Roll me
happening?
3 d20s.
20s.
You guys are in the kitchen. Okay, fuck. 6, 12, and 10.
Okay.
Oh my god.
One of those is not good. I rolled the worst rolls I've ever seen. That is a 1, a 7, and a 5. You come back 20 minutes later and just like wipe just a little bit of blood off your lip as anybody who looks outside sees you've laid out this orc flat.
What is
What
he
the
talking
fuck?
about?
Am I bleeding?
Yeah, go Kaelinor.
Wow, but
Zed's like in the window, like just like
Still got the cheese stick hanging out my mouth, pressed up against it, watching.
Gar and Sigrun are still talking. Sigrun goes, I don't condone violence unless it is in understanding that one is not going to hear your words or says something bad about your family.
Of course, because
Oh, no,
life is
that was just-
sacred. And we're going back and forth. Yeah.
No, that was just
You kind of like pull it back to the table. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Great.
it's like sign language.
Yeah, Kaelinor comes back in, and Rook, who's obviously back now at this point, is just like,
Nothing happened.
yep, yeah.
Alright, so
Can I get another ale?
Thunk. Yeah, pulls another ale or wine. Yeah, it's actually like pulled out a wine bottle. Like, oh yeah, okay, all right. I was going to give you
right.
another bottle, but yeah, great. Here you go. Yeah, it definitely gives you another ale.
probably at this point, I'm near the lady with the gray hair.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna lean over to her. It's like, Is it normally this wild here?
So I'm gonna say, because we said we were gonna kind of come back to that scene,
Yeah.
because there's no way this person would have allowed this to happen. So because I did say we are gonna come back to the scene, like kind of like rewind to it. This happens before all that. So Zed, you come up, and sorry for the whiplash of time, gang, but especially in this case, that would be very different. You walk up to this woman with the gray hair.
All right. So all that happened after I talked with her.
Yeah, so like when you kind of came back into that conversation would have been at the end of this whatever's happening right now.
Okay. All right. So I'll walk up to her. It's like, hey, this is pretty good ale they got here. Is it from here? Do you know?
Yes, I think they brew it here for what is your name, child? I don't believe I've seen you around here before.
Oh yeah, no, I came in not too long ago. I was looking for beer to go with this pretzel, and then I had a great order that I thought would be funny to order for my friends because I used to eat a long time. Anyways, yeah, I'm Zed.
Zed, that's a beautiful name. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
My name is Helly Duval. I am, I'm
That's a very
sort of like everybody's
sophisticated-
auntie around here.
Oh. Okay, so you know everything that's going on. I feel like I should have questions for you, but I'm not quite sure. I zoned out for a while about pretzels and beer.
Are you feeling all right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm feeling amazing after that pretzel and beer.
Okay.
So
Do you
what
feel
goes
like
on-
you're feeling more amazing than you normally feel?
Well, I'm not trying to run on an adventure immediately without anybody running behind me, so we're pretty good so far.
Let me ask you this. Whereabouts are you originally from?
Oh, do you happen to have a map? It might be easier just to point it out. If not, you follow the river out to the ocean.
Right, honey, is there a name to this place?
Where I'm from is more of like a hiding place. I do have a business though, and I tell her like where the business is located.
So Bombato?
Yeah.
Okay, honey, great, awesome. Can you spell Bombato for me real quick? I just need
Uh-huh.
to check on something.
Yeah. B-O Bato.
Okay, I think, and it's totally up to you, but I would say it is best to assume my judgment might be a little bit better than yours. Maybe we should hold off on the beer. And she kind of like, she puts her hands around your hands. Zed, you feel something kind of like warm, kind of like move all around you as she casts Lesser Restoration on you. As she tries to like gently take the beer from you. Feel free to roll an insight check during this as well.
All right. 13.
13. Cool. First off, you've heard the name Hilly from Clem. Hilly is the basically like the real herbologist of this town, but doesn't have a shop for it. Clem was kind of like kind of explaining that. But with a 13, you do feel like this woman means nothing, like has nothing but good intentions. And you feel like for a second, there's just a thing of like, someone is taking care of me in this moment.
All right. Yeah, I guess I can hold off on the drinks for a little bit.
Just for a little bit, yeah. That'd be
and
good.
Back at I'm like, I can just get another free one from the bar.
Now, I would say it'd be best to get some water. I can get that for you if you'd like. Do you want to just sit down right here?
I just start pouring it into my mouth, just some fresh water.
Oh, that is a cool trick. I love that.
Well,
My
yeah,
son would love to see that trick.
Oh, you have kids?
I do. Yes, I do.
How many
me
kids
and
do
my
you
husband.
have?
Just the one. He's
okay.
he's not around right now, but
Ah,
he's off on his own adventure.
Gotcha. Yeah.
As
I'm
she
on an
looks
adventure.
right at the camera when she says that.
Yeah, I'm on an adventure too. Where there's this sea witch that I got to take care of.
A sea witch? My gosh.
Yeah. Yan Mimori. Is that?
Okay. She gets very stern with you. She gives you like a sterner look at this. Sounds like you have quite the responsibility.
Oh yeah. I think I'm like the only one that's like seen her in person and lived. So, and I've seen her destruction. She's way too strong and too evil to like even have that power.
Honey,
Whatever
I'm
it
gonna
is.
ask you two things right now, okay? One, it sounds like this responsibility is going to take a lot from you and whoever you are with. So I'd recommend you try your best to keep your wits about you. Did you catch my drift?
Oh yeah, I got 2 people for that. Technically 3. And
Well,
then
maybe at some point they might need to rely on you.
oh, that's not a good thing.
I disagree. I think you possess great strength.
I mean, great strength to find trouble. There was that time with the golems. There was that time with the assassin vines. There was that other time. Then the time the seagull tried to steal my chips. That's for a later date.
I'm not here to try to change you of who you are. I'm just saying that it sounds like you have something very important that you are set out to do. And assuming that these others, and you see her, she rolled a fucking nat 20. So she she looks around at the die that I said never rolls above what I needed to roll. And like she looks around and immediately like kind of like locks eyes with every single one of the your party members in here. She's like looking and just figures out who your party is. And she goes, at some point they're gonna need you to be more than just a trouble seeker. Just a word of advice. Second thing I'm gonna ask of you. You call on me if you ever need a healing hand.
All right. How would I? Oh, should I just like?
Now
scream
that
out
second
something?
part is very important. I do not ask this lightly. When you need me, you call on me. Do we understand each other, Zed?
All right. What am I calling? Who? Name?
You can just say, Hilly, I need your help.
All right.
And I will hear you through the ether.
Through the what? Through the ears? Ear hairs?
Pats your hand and goes, never you mind, child. No, unfortunately, I do need to get back to some of my other work before it gets a little too rowdy in here. Looks as she walks. So Sylvia's also here. I forgot to mention. Sylvia didn't order anything apparently. Like walks away, but as she walks away, she looks at Sylvia. And for those that are paying attention, so it's up to you guys whether you're paying attention or not. You see Sylvia is meeting Hilly's eyes. And then something you've never seen from Sylvia, you see Sylvia look down and break from her gaze as Hilly just kind of just like moves her eyes from that and looks over the whole room as she walks off into the night.
Well,
And
that's
just a
definitely-
reminder, you can see her son every Friday playing in Unearthed Arcana.
I figured that's what you were doing, but since I don't watch those,
Yeah.
the secrets to be left.
It's
I'm like,
it's Io's mom.
all right.
Love it.
So that happens. Then the bar fight happens. Not soon after, or not. Yeah, very quickly after. And I'll say at that point, eventually, it's been 2 hours. The rest of you guys kind of come together, and I'm gonna see. So Rook says to you all. Oh, sorry. Okay, well, you guys did amazing. This is, I don't know. I mean, Hilly she gave you kind of the eye, so I'm assuming you could always have a job here. I'd fire Barb in an instant to hire you guys.
Then you
you-
should give them a part of what I overheard some people talking, tips.
Yeah, of course. I'll give Barb some of the tips that I have. You see a tip jar that is just like a fly comes out of it.
Ogre was talking about Yuna and Riaris since they cooked.
They also didn't get tips though. You see the
You
tip
don't
jar is
accept-
there. Yeah.
It's fine. With a little luck, the redolent smells of the kitchen, Riaris Seraphic Grace, we created a synergy of gastronomical, and then he falls over.
Oh, and I was just
Just
like,
amazing.
because he was hammered.
We always goes to catch
As-
him and just whiffs. You know, just
As you as you see you say that and fall over, you see Sigrid do a standing ovation. Truer words never spoken. You see Brooke go like, all right, Sigrid. Well, what I was gonna say to you guys, if you guys wanted to, if you need a place to stay, I can offer a free rooms for at least tonight.
Oh, I'll take one.
I think that's a pretty
Yeah,
good
you don't
idea.
need to raise your hand. I was just talking to you guys as a whole, but
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Ogre would like one.
Okay, still don't need to raise it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, are they just? Where are they?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go now, they're just there. So they're upstairs. You do have to kind of go outside and go through the back, and then go back upstairs.
I'm gonna look at
there.
what's his name? The axolotl?
Sigrud.
Sigrud. I'm gonna look at him and ask him to help us get Yoon into a room.
Oh, okay.
Eh,
It would be the highest honor I could ever partake in. Looks at Carr of like, what did I say that good? Was that ever? Yes.
Scar's got a
Absolutely.
pal.
Verily. You see him walk over to you see, yeah, he helps at least Yoon kind of get to bed. Yeah, but I would say like, so this was also Yoon passes out, so I love that. I love that character choice. I would say Riaris, there are still a couple other people who's left. What was the orc's name that Kaelinor just pretty much just killed out in the back?
We never got
I
his
don't think
name.
we ever got it.
Yeah.
Never got his
He
name.
didn't live long enough to find out.
His teeth are right here, but I never got his name.
In my defense, that wasn't my fault. No, because he and the
Is this in
and the
character?
thing- yeah, fully. It's just like
Love it, love it.
there's someone outside, Rook. It just like he might need sweeping up. It's just, and I think she goes through the stages of drunk of like super feisty, and then is just crying in a corner with an ale, just really upset.
Oh, hey! This is Rook. Hey, are you? Is everything? Are you okay? Are you?
I'm great. He just asked a question, and then I put him, and then he stopped breathing.
Yeah, no, he's probably. Yeah, he's probably been. Oh wait, you didn't check. You didn't check.
I
This.
don't
Okay.
know.
All right. Okay. You got it right. And you see him like run out the door. Like, wait, he's not breathing. And just like runs off.
I'm probably gonna follow him because he's been the one giving me beer and stuff. So I'm just gonna be like, maybe he needs help bringing more
Cool.
beer in.
You go outside. You see. He's just knocked out. He's fine. And you just hear Drekka. You good? You good? Hey, buddy. Hey, why don't you wake up and walk it off? Okay. All right.
Could create water right on his face.
Love it. Incredible. Yeah, you see. Yeah. Okay. No, you won. You won, dude. Just why don't you go walk it off somewhere else. I'll see you. I'll see you at the Anchor's Rest. Okay. All right. Looks at Zed. Okay. Well, he's not dead, so that's
Yeah.
good.
What's the Anchor's Rest?
Oh, it's the shipyard where he works with like the other orcs.
There's more of them? The shipyard?
Yeah. Where
Oh.
yeah, it's where this is one of the like biggest things of like why Sway exists. It's like the ability to be able to kind of work on boats or
Oh.
ships or anything of kind that comes across just as like a kind of a quick pit stop. And you know, they're decent at what they do, but there's also a lot of them, so they can do it really quickly.
I might have to stop by there after building my own ship. See what else they have. Maybe I can do some upgrades.
Yeah, great. That'd be a good idea. I wouldn't take her.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
She could probably watch Yoon. He's pretty gone. He's gonna wake up not happy.
Oh, buddy, okay. It's nighttime, so they're not working. They're gonna work in the morning.
Do you know anybody I should talk to about anything? Like somebody who's like ahead, like knows all the special things.
Okay, sorry,
like
say that again. 'Cause
like the scientists
Just
of the boat building, like the guy who has all the ideas for like specialty things.
the bell maker.
Oh, I was just talking to him.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
What's your
Is there
question?
somebody that's more.
Sorry, I have a bar inside. We need to do this inside. We can continue to have this conversation, but come on.
Yeah, I was just looking
yeah.
for somebody who specializes in boats building. Like, do you know anybody from there besides Hem that I can talk
all
to?
the orcs at the Anchor's
all
Rest.
of them. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
so they're all. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh, you want to talk to the foreman?
Yay!
Yeah, your friend just knocked him out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to sneak away in the morning and go have a talk with him about boat stuff.
But hey, you guys are, free to spend the night here. I mean, we have beds. Almost no
yeah.
bugs.
Man. Yeah. It's not fun unless there's some bugs.
Yeah.
Right? That's the
That was
thing.
you see like Rook is not getting like Zed's humor at all and just like looking at everybody. So that was a joke. There's no bug. This is making worse. The beds are good.
There's bed bugs in the beds?
No, there's no bed bugs in the beds. There's no
No,
bed
he
bugs in the
means
beds
that
or
by,
around the
like-
beds.
By like dreams of like happiness, he refers to bugs as like sweet dreams.
No,
Oh,
I wouldn't even do that because it was just it was a joke. Anyways, you guys want to get some shut eye or
Oh, I'll have one more beer.
okay? Yeah, you got
Is
it.
there anything else going on like tonight?
Are you asking him or are you just kind of like looking around?
I'm like looking around.
Cool.
Like, does it
Um,
look like there's? Yeah.
You got it. You see Sylvia's been like sitting like very much like Carr, like kind of like off to the corner.
Okay.
But no, it doesn't look like anybody else. And if you're asking, no, I mean at this point in the night it kind of gets a little cold out, so most people just find a place to crash.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm probably gonna get the beer. I'll get a second one, and I'll go over to Sylvia.
Okay.
And just
All right.
slide the beer over to her.
Hi, Zed.
Hey, it's a wild night, right?
Yeah, yeah. And you guys are here, by the way, so you guys it doesn't have to be just me and Drew the whole time, just so you guys know. Yeah. I can't believe Riaris.
Yeah.
Good job. I didn't know you knew how to cook.
I noticed you didn't order anything.
Yeah, well,
It's just Kaelinor and I in the background. Ooh.
Like, ooh.
incredible. Oh shit. Yeah, she looks back and goes, "Well, like I said, I didn't know if you guys knew how to cook."
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't know until you try.
Kayla, no,
Yeah.
Sylvia, wrong
No.
person.
Yeah.
She's feeling
Sorry,
it.
Ogre's really confused. Like, this is going to Ogre's head, she thinks.
Yeah, because we're definitely not the same person.
Oh no, you don't like her. Even Ogre can pick that up.
She's,
Mhm.
Picking up what you're putting down.
hey, everyone. I just realized. Did we send Yoon up with a stranger and he's blacked out?
Oh, and doesn't he have a lot of money that you people like?
There's
Really don't.
just a cut scene of Sigrun just having a storybook of like the history of Pelor, and he's reading it upside down. It's in the
Who's
beginning.
Passed out in the bed.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's
Yeah,
fine.
he'll probably be fine. He's got his unseen servant with him.
Nah, he's gone. That's an hour.
Oh God.
I don't
even
understand.
realize
You just sent
Yeah,
Yoon
Zed
up
doesn't know that.
with
He's
Sigrid? What?
a very honorable sounding man, and you know.
No, I'm not kidding, Gabe. Like, it's not like a moment in your heads of like that's what might be happening. That is absolutely what's happening.
Yeah, I love it.
I realize that it ruins the immersion for you guys. I'm sorry. That moment, I don't care. That's what's happening right there.
It's great.
Sigurd is reading Yoon a bedtime story.
Oh God, in the
Of-
morning he's gonna have that like subconscious knowing of it, just because
Yeah.
it's being told to him.
Yoon, roll me an insight check with disadvantage.
Sure. That would be nat 1 for -1.
Incredible. You associate for the night. Assumedly, the rest of your days, you associate Pelor with that one night you full on fainted after working 2 hours straight and cooking. Incredible.
God. Anyways, so yeah, there's been some interesting characters. I did notice the one lady. She kept saying that like I was important, and then she said hi to you, and you looked down at the ground. You never did that. What's going on with that?
Mind your business.
Fair enough.
Damn, okay. Jeez.
Actually,
I
let me roll a con save. I guess. Okay, yeah, she's good.
Take 1 point of
did-
damage from that.
Oh my God, right? I did talk to them about the shipyard, which would be a good place for us to check out some stuff about
Yeah.
boat upgrades.
Yeah, first we would have to figure out a way to get it over or under the bridge that it's currently in.
Well, we flew the ship once, so we could probably do it again.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't. Did Carvis seem to think that you could fly the ship over?
I might have not been there mentally for that. The pretzel was kind of hitting me. Anybody else? Does he know? how
Not
he
so
can
much.
get
Flying
through?
ships weren't much in Carvis's purview.
I don't want to. I don't want to be mean to Drew, so I'm gonna say this is Sylvia talking to Zed right now, of like, You mean the pretzel that you got after you met with Carvis? So you were just thinking about a pretzel that you didn't even have?
Yeah, and then beer.
Okay. Right. Well, anything else we need to do in the morning before we... What are we doing, by the way? What is the plan?
Boat upgrades.
Ogre needs
Our boat
money,
is stuck in a river.
Maybe we can find an upgrade to get it unstuck.
but also, Zed, we gotta go up the mountains, Ogre thinks, to the Merlin Loke. And
Yeah.
So Merlin
the-
Loke. What? Why does this sound familiar? This
Yeah.
sounds
Ogre
like
just gives you a death
Raises her hand.
stare. The people
Expo-
who killed half of Ogre's people and kidnapped the
Whoa.
others.
Whoa, well, I have not heard any of this. The only time I've ever heard Merlin Loke were people saying they hang out at the bar back where my job was. And that was barely anything. I thought we were going after some assassins or something that stole your people for like ransom. And
Can I
how
make like
you
an
and-
insight
Zed,
check
what?
to see if Zed is actually saying this? If he believes, like, what?
Oh, if he
Please
actually
lean
believes
into
this?
Oba and
Is
just
he,
Yeah.
is he
grabbing
lying,
Zed.
or is he like, what is happening right
Absolutely.
now?
Yeah.
17.
See Ogre's
17.
gripping her mug really tightly.
Grabbing
Just
Zed by the
shatters in your
lapels.
hand.
Like tilting his head, like what?
Yeah.
I
Wait, so we're not going after some assassins or kidnappers that stole people from our village? It's
They did still
those are the same people.
the people from that hang out at the bar all the time causing issues? Wait, but then how is Kaelinor involved in this?
She's not. She ran away. She broke up with them.
She was dating
Yeah,
somebody
what?
from them?
That's so good. That's so good. Oh my gosh. Sarah throwing heat tonight. She broke up with them is really funny. Okay. Yeah, Sylvia is I was locked in the idea of like what is Sylvia doing right now as Zed is saying this. Okay. All in favor that Zed is the captain of the ship and running it and nothing else.
Why?
I'm not committing to anything. We're currently stuck at a bridge.
Okay. All right.
So
Oh,
She was
you
dating
mean
one
a
of
bridge
Zed,
in a
if you
hard
like, if
place?
you do not understand, like this is not new news here. We're
Was I dating someone? No. Wait. Right.
I mean,
Were
were
you?
you?
No. Hold up. The
Was it
wine's
the
getting to my
orc?
brain.
Is that what
I-
happened?
Get
What the
What?
no,
the fuck is that all?
Trying to talk
What
to
happened
the
with
orc.
that
Look.
anyway? I come out and there's a half-eaten meal and someone's like, "What is going on?" What?
Oh,
Oh,
Ogre
yeah,
was
you
having
missed
a very pleasant conversation with Ogre. That's what's confusing Ogre. She said to him, like, we were talking about being goblins, and then he said some weird thing that Ogre wasn't. She was, and
She was hitting on him.
Sylvia, I've never done this in a D&D game ever. Sylvia, the NPC, walks away from this conversation and walks over to Cars. Goes, okay, so we learned
Bard's
that.
just nodding.
Yeah.
understandingly.
Yeah, she was just sharing nods.
Mhm.
So we can't ever let them touch alcohol ever again.
I thought that it was unwise, but I don't know them well. I've learned my lesson.
Hey, what is it imperative for me to know what happened back at the cartography place?
There was another Arakaka. Do you want me to say I told her, or do you want me to?
Well, she was there, so she was there for the whole thing. She
Oh.
wasn't there when you went back in.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so then that's what she's referring to.
Mhm.
I asked her for a map. She said she would provide it. I'm hoping she follows through with that. I wouldn't like to be firebolted again. And then I gave her a standard greeting, a standard farewell I would give to someone, but I believe that she's a firewing, and apparently they do not take their immortality in a pleasant way. So she took my farewell, I think, in a poor way, and she firebolted me in the back as I was walking out. So I complimented her on her bravery and left.
Dude, that is so badass.
Yes, she was very strong. That it hurt. I can still feel it.
Yeah, but okay, but just no. I'm not saying her. I'm saying you. That.
Oh, wait. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you don't know. Okay, this I have had a couple. So, but I'm good. And she does seem good. She's just like this is like she's at the point of like I'm willing to talk more, sort of like part of it. She's like you don't utilize the intimidation that you have enough. I think. I mean, you can.
Why would I intimidate a firewing?
What you did? I mean, you knocked her off her game. Obviously, I mean, she shot at you in the middle of town.
Maybe I have an idea about that actually.
Okay.
So I take off the shift I have that has the big hole in it. And
Yeah.
I start I'm like, oh, and I look over and I wave my arm over at Rook.
Rook. Yeah.
May I borrow the pole?
Hey. Yeah. Absolutely. Are you guys
After the water? I need a wet bowl for what I want to do.
okay? You got it. Yeah. He brings you every wet bowl.
Well, no, just the bowl I have. I still have the bowl of water that I finished. I just want to borrow it for the evening.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So you said, can I borrow it? And it's like, oh.
I'll bring it back to my room. I'll bring it back tomorrow morning. Is that all right?
Yeah. That's more than fine. Yeah.
So what my plan is, and I'm going to ask Sylvia to help, is I'll take the shift off and gather the burnt ashes around where it burned, the hole in my back, or the hole.
Okay.
And then I ask her to take the bowl and collect the ashes from my singed feathers and scatter it in the bowl to make like a paste, like an ashy paste.
Okay.
And then my plan is to use that tonight. I'm going to use that circle and make the symbol of my people around it, so that I walk back in and see her. She'll know that I used it for something good.
Hell yeah. I love that. Awesome. Cool. I dig that.
So you're gonna firebolt me? Use it to my benefit. Thank you for giving me a design for my shift.
That is so. This is Sylvia. That is, dude, badass, man. That is really.
Oh, thank you. I don't want to throw it away.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. Yeah. No. Let her stick it right back in her face, right?
I just want the nap. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but like,
I feel bad that I upset her. That wasn't my intention. I'll need to speak more carefully around her, clearly. I've never spoken to a firewing. I've heard of them, though.
Is it okay? So that she rolled an 8 on knowing that stuff. So firewing, like, so is that Phoenix? Is that their like last?
Yes. And I'm assuming I know the basic stuff based on our email. I mean, our Discord.
You know the basics.
Like I know they exist and they are immortal.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You got it.
Okay. I'm like, they're probably as rare as the Ashwing, but they're a very close knit group like the Ashwing. But they're immortal. When they die, they just are reborn.
Sounds like a powerful ally.
Well, I don't think she's my ally at this point, but yes, she would be.
Well, who knows? Maybe the devilish charm made it. Is there a thing there? Is that you can? That's a weird thing, I guess, to say to. What?
You can totally hit that.
No, I'm just saying you kind of, you made it clear. You put yourself out there and were like, this is this is me. And I'm just saying, if you were I don't know about Eric Okris, but that might, and is now trying to read you as being like, does Carr understand anything about what Sylvia is putting down?
So he does. He's just so she's reading it like he gets it, but most Ashwing don't mate because no one will talk to them.
Right.
So it's it's not that he doesn't get it. It's for him. It's off the table. Because
cool.
It's not that he's not interested, but he's like, my people don't even talk to me unless someone dies. They're not going to be form a romantic relationship and try to hatch an egg. So
right.
Got Kaylin are laughing again. Sorry.
But that, fuck the 17 I rolled. She's a little drunk. She looks at you and just goes, yeah, but what would a baby between an Ashwing and a Firewing look like?
So many colors.
I don't.
Pretty fucking awesome.
I don't.
Oh God, that would be black fire. Jesus.
Yeah.
The first one I've met, and I've never. And he's just sort of waxing, starts because I know she's thinking romantic, but now he's going into the whole cosmology of it.
I love it. I love that so much. And also, I will say, Kaelinor, did you say what you said out loud?
Oh, 100%. I think at one point I leaned to Riaris and go, are they flirting? Hold on again.
Well, I think if you're okay with it that you said it out loud, that you said there'd be so many colors, Sylvia turns in your direction, and Kaelinor, drunk Kaelinor, is definitely at a point of God, what the fuck now? And she's and you see Sylvia just go you're right. It would probably be the opposite effect of a negative color.
Yeah. Translucent and kind of orange, and then it hit the lights, and then the prism of colors, and everywhere you look, there would just be rainbows.
And as they're going off on this,
Carr
is stuck on cosmology, and he just gets up and starts going, well, where, I could an immortal breed? And he's just walking slowly up to the room.
Amazing.
Just ignoring all of the whole what color our progeny would be. Just
Incredible. As you walk up to the room, first off, roll me a actually, sorry, Yoon. We'll pull this full on luck. Yoon, roll me a d6.
All right.
How many hours was this guy talking?
3.
Carr, roll me a d6.
Okay. One moment.
Please get a 3. Please get a 3.
Please get a 3. I'll try. Let me see. A 1. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Cool. With a 1, you two. I think 1's close enough for you definitely hear the booming voice. And then Jebediah said to Simon,
are we in a common room? Do we have our own room?
No, your own room. This is coming through from, it's just a hallway. So it's coming through from the room to the hallway to your room. Yeah.
I listen and I hear that and I wait for a moment. And since I am sober and I know Yoon was drunk, and although I don't think that this man or this axolotl, I'm not sure what gender they are, this axolotl he seems safe to Carr. Carr's still gonna rap on the door.
Okay, yeah,
and
you got
is everything all right?
Occupado.
And I open it anyway because I know who he is. And I just
You see, is Yoon fully swaddled in the bed. I think there's a moment, Carr, where you're actually a little concerned because it looks like he might be just tied up in rags. You know what I mean? It's that just full tightly swaddled, and you see I think there's enough time where you walked into your room and like there was no rocking chair. All of a sudden, like for some reason, there's a rocking chair in this room, and Sigurd is just like has glasses that keep falling from his face as he's reading. Hello.
Hi. Just checking to make sure you as well.
Seems to be fine. I'm just finishing up this chapter.
Chapter. Oh well, you're quite the reader. Taking care of him.
Carr, does Carr know how to read?
Oh yeah.
The book is definitely upside down.
I will. I'll say, "Oh, you're quite the reader," and like look at it as if I like am trying to like see what the book is, see if he'll give it to me. What does he? I'm not going to take it forcibly, but does he let me look at it?
Yeah.
Then I'll
yes.
just walk around him, and then when I give it back to him, it's right side up, and I say, "Oh, interesting," and I walk out.
Cool. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
That's good. You see, the book says, the history of Pelor, as written by Barney McSnortle.
Barney McSnortle. Okay.
Barney McSnortle. And you see, we're full on hijinks gang. Like there's a whole like this high fantasy is out the window right now in this moment. As you open the book and you see there is a like author's like book jacket thing that you see that is just a human that has like a big like wizard beard but is sitting like this in the like picture that is drawn. Can't be too. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta write this down. Barney McSnortle.
Very important. Barney McSnortle. Yes.
Snortle.
I like how this was the moment that you chose to say we're out of, the Okay.
This guy.
We're finally there.
Oh,
We finally made it.
okay.
Campaign. This man may save our lives. Barney McSnortle.
Barney
Bolded in
McSnortle.
my
I've got
notes.
it. A History of Pelor by Barney McSnortle. It is written in the analog of this game now.
Yeah.
Well, I
Not to mention the idea of the name, because the name is like in the title.
Okay.
Like as written by Barney McSnortle. Like the idea of like imagine if the we'll say for example if the like Holy Bible said underneath it by like someone
Right,
like it's just such a like funny like.
Okay. I just put as I'm walking behind him, I turn the book over and then I take note, give it back to him, and say, "Please continue, and I hope you have a good evening." And I will walk out and go to my room and finish my shift, so it's got the design on it.
You got it. You so you originally entered your room, right? Heard that sound, walked out, walked in. Cool. Awesome. As you walk back in, you see a figure in the window.
Is it humanoid?
It is humanoid. You see like a round head. You see what looks to be like possibly like a long cloak of a body, but it's just kind of silhouetted against the light of whatever's going on outside.
Is it okay? Is the window open or is it like in a room in front of a closed glass window?
I think the window. Sorry, I don't know. 1 second. There we go. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Sorry. I'd say the window doesn't have like glass or anything to it. It's like open. It's just an open sort of
Was
thing.
it open when I first walked in and left?
It doesn't close.
Oh, so it's always been open. It's just the
Yes.
first time I walked in, I didn't notice them. Okay. And there's moonlight coming from behind this person.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll walk in. I'll leave the door open behind me.
Cool.
And I look at the figure and I say, well, you're either a very poor rogue or you want me to notice you. Can I help you?
I have what you asked for me, as you see a ruffle of feathers and you see that.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. So then I will close the door. And I said, good evening. I'm sorry that I insulted you before. I didn't realize that's what my words would do. And I will approach her.
Sure. Like I said, I think you're possibly walking into a trap. But as I also mentioned before, I am not willing to give this information without me being involved.
You'd like to help us beyond giving me the map? Or, excuse me, selling me the map? At this point, I take the shift off and lay it across a chair, so it's obvious what I've done to it. But then continue talking to her.
I think there's a moment where she is shifted a little bit so that you can kind of see a little bit of her eye movement as she does look down at it and see. She doesn't have eyebrows, but if she did, they would go up. You really believe in all that?
That's a complicated question. Well, no, that's not true. That's a very simple question with a complicated answer. Do you really wish to know, or was it just conversation?
I guess just conversation. And
the simple answer is yes.
I think I've made it very clear my stance on the Merlin Loke.
You don't like them. We agree on this.
And I think if you're caught dead with this map, you are endangering this whole town.
Well, then perhaps you could simply show it to me and then burn it. I don't wish to put any of these people in danger.
You should tell that to your friends downstairs.
Did you give them maps too? I'm confused.
In the time that I have spent lurking about, it is very clear that some of your friends have rather big mouths and small brains.
Yes, that's... I've noticed.
They need to be more careful.
Yes. I'm not sure telling them that would be useful. Although it does threaten their lives, I think they need to be beaten within an inch of theirs for them to understand that perhaps they should think before they speak.
I'm not worried about their lives, Mr. Ashway. I'm worried about the town. The Merlin Loke often leave a path of bodies that might be just in the way.
Kat, I love you, but I need you to stop. Sorry to break that, but I'm like, oh my god. Am I aware that it was the Merlin Loke I was flying over in that flashback?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. Are you aware of the Merlin? I think you're aware now.
Okay, so I wasn't at the time, but I am now.
Right.
I'm like, yes, they seem very militaristic. I do not understand their way of thinking. I certainly will never agree with it, but I wished I at least understood it. It's easier to fight things you understand. They're just militaristic zealots. At least as far as I can tell.
But you travel with one.
I'm not convinced of this. I'm convinced.
Oh, we lost him.
Sorry, I think I froze.
That's okay, Chad.
You're back.
I was like, wait, I'm not going to say that. So I say, I'm not convinced of that. I'm convinced I travel with someone who used to be Merlin Loke. I'm not convinced she still is.
In my time understanding the way that this world works, as far as this cult goes, I don't think there are many that just walk away.
Oh, I have no doubt that she will get punished if they find her. But they're going to punish me for looking too. So it seems that we're all in the same boat, as it were, the Reckless, or our positions with the Merlin Loke.
Which kind of straightens up a little bit. Just 'cause. And I guess you're going to need all the help you can get.
Oh, most assuredly. No doubt.
Come find me tomorrow.
I will. And it was a pleasure speaking with you this evening.
You see her eyes narrow in the moonlight. You don't talk to a lot of people, do you?
I assume that as I have met very few of you, and I am aware how rare the Firewing are, that you may have met many of us, but we tend to not be spoken to unless someone has died. And then we're spoken to only to get things done and then to push us away. We make people uncomfortable. So no, I do not speak to many people. The people I travel with are very different. They like talking to me sometimes. It's very refreshing. I'm surprised you're talking to me. But I suppose not knowing much about the Firewing, maybe that's to be expected? I don't know. I've only heard tales. Never met one. Until today.
I had high hopes today that I was meeting one as well.
A Firewing? There's another
Yes.
one of you here?
That's what I thought when you entered my tent.
Oh. I'm sorry. We were just told you were a map maker. I can say that if I meet another one and you'd like to know about it, I can try to reach out to you in some fashion.
You shouldn't apologize for what you are or how people see you.
Oh, it's not what I was apologizing for. I was just apologizing that I couldn't bring you to meet another Firewing. I'm sorry that you were disappointed. I'm not sorry for who I am.
Right, but that's not your fault.
I'm sorry is used in two different fashions. One is an apology and one is showing regret for something that you wish could have happened for another person. I'm not taking blame for not being in the Firewing or for not knowing where it is, but I do feel bad for you that you did not get what you wanted.
I see. So you feel, oh, okay. So you feel bad for me.
Well, I think you may have been happier had you met the Firewing, it seems. I'd like you to be happy.
You're not like other Ashwings.
I'm not. And Carr is literally I see. As far as Carr knows, he's like the ash wings of his small cluster.
Right.
So that is literally, he's not even being sarcastic when he says, I'm not. Like,
No, you're much weirder.
oh. Well, I did leave my cluster, so probably I can see how you would think so, and it's probably true. But that's okay.
Ashwing, I find your optimism frustrating. I'm gonna leave now.
All right. Well, at the risk of being attacked again, I wish you a peaceful evening.
You see, she kind of like moves out of the window and is like leaning out, looking out towards the ocean. She leans her head back in. And you see her take out a coin. The only thing you can see in the darkness here is the coin is gold. But it looks like a deeper sort of like, I'm trying to think of the phrase for it, but like instead of like the polished gold sort of look, it has like a deeper, it's a deep gold.
Okay.
You see she like kind of like flips it in her hand and like kind of catches it in her hand. We need to go. Collect your people. We need to go right now.
Wait,
And she
Yeah,
moves,
no.
instead of out the window, she moves through the door. She moves like through, opens the door, and like starts to go to Yoon's room.
all right. I will let her go to Yoon's room.
Cool.
And I will go. I think she's less of a danger to Yoon than she would be to Kaelinor. I will go downstairs with some haste.
Cool.
I'll grab my shift as I'm, grab it, put it back over me, and go downstairs as she's going to Yoon's
Give me a perception check.
room. 21.
21.
Yeah, I rolled.
Perfect. With a 21, you see that there is what looks to be a very wide rowboat that is coming up to shore. As you can notice it because you see that there are two torches on either side of the boat. In the far distance, you see a very large ship under the next to the black murky waters against the starry night sky, and it is a little early, but I think with that we're gonna have to end tonight's session.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Bye.